Hey guys, Misha here. So, what are we doing today? What are we doing? We're going to be essentially going into X spaces and finding influencer drama. So, I want to read X spaces, but I don't necessarily want to always speak on them. So, we talked about this the other day, where my theory is that there's an over index of influencers and state actors and other people on X spaces that whether or not they're doing something wrong or just being funny, it makes sense to record them and talk over them. Why? Because if they're like weird state actors doing something, maybe this will actually point it out and give people a record. And also, you know, if they are doing stupid stuff on spaces, most people don't know what spaces are. So I'm just gonna go into the spaces and talk on people. And I'm not gonna request a mic for most of these spaces because I'm sick of people actually speaking when they don't know anything and aren't funny. And I'm not talking about the people I usually let up on my spaces. I'm talking about just most of Twitter in general. Like it's very tiring running X Spaces because not because it's hard to do, but because it's hard to use. And I say use, I don't mean manipulate people, but I mean use people for creating content for shows. So there's a lot of people that just bring in randos, either their friends or just random audience members, and use them with the word use manipulatively to create content on this app. So I'm going to use the narcissist to create content on this app. As a narcissist, I think that makes sense. So I'm going to go into the crazy people spaces and also normal people spaces and try to find crazy, stupid stuff. So I've been doing that the last, week or so. There's war in my mind against all the stupid influencers, but I don't actually want to fight them if that makes sense. So I don't care about like the stupid influencers that might be saying bullshit on their big spaces or whatever. I don't care about bringing them down. I want to be clear. If you want me to be your champion to bring down the big people on this app and fight for the small creators, sorry guys, this turtle's not going to be your person. I'm not going to be your champion. But if you want someone that's going to make fun of these bitches, oh god damn, I'm going to be your champion. And by bitches, is gender neutral bitches. You could be a male bitch, you could be a female bitch. People were saying that Trump called Kamala Harris a bitch in private. Well, I'm calling all these people a bitch publicly, and they are a bitch whether they are male or female. So let's see if we can find anyone on here. I want to be careful who I choose first, though, because I mentioned I don't want to you know, we see us taking these people down. And this first person, she is actually a bitch. So I might not even stream her at all tonight. She's doing a video space. So I'm just gonna avoid her. Let's see who else we want to do here. I'm gonna find someone that is probably doing a space. No, I'm gonna find someone neutral. I'm gonna find someone neutral that we like so far, and then I'm just gonna switch off between spaces where it's like crazy people and not crazy people. We're just gonna have a fun night like this. So let's see if we can find anything half decent. So Niner gay space top shelf only. Kendrick Lamau is speaking. That actually looks interesting though. Shit, there's like no good spaces now. I made that entire pitch there that I'm gonna go in and raid spaces and all this other stuff, and I can't even find anything interesting. Okay, Kratom Saturday. Ooh, I like this Kratom Saturday. Anyone do Kratom? Let me go to that. That might be interesting. That's unique. That's different. But it's not narcissistic. Damn. I want something where it's like people's thinking that they are actually important on spaces, not some people actually talking about useful stuff like Kratom. Okay, fine. Let me go to Kratom. Skid Row Forever. This guy looks interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and share the audio here, guys, in 1 second. And so what we're gonna do here is when I am sharing the audio for the most part, I'm gonna mute my mic and then I'll mute the audio on the space. If there's something interesting. I might switch off between the spaces. And if I can't find anything super great to vibe about or bitch about on my end, yeah, because I'm bitching about the bitches, then we'll end it relatively early. But I was thinking about just doing this as a late night thing because there's not really a lot of people that are just like giving the non-filtered bullshit perspective. So, well, I look for something that's maybe more entertaining, maybe more dramatic. Let's learn about kratom, shall we? If you don't know about kratom, kratom is essentially like it's kind of like kava in a way, but it's in Bjorn. It's a little bit addictive actually, apparently. But it helps kind of like calm you down or actually energize you based on the amount you take. You take as like a tea and everything. So, and not medical advice, not anything like that. But I'm interested to find out why people are talking about it on X right now. So let's go ahead and share that. If you're interested in how I do these streams, I do Restream, a software tool, and I essentially am able to stream to multiple platforms to YouTube to X to all that. So anyone that's saying stupid stuff on X, FYI, I'm sharing all this to X. I'm sharing all this to YouTube and stuff. Like I'm just going on Spaces. Most of the time, I am like literally commenting on it and telling people this. Like it's very clear I'm just on Spaces. So like, if you don't want me in your space, I can go in anonymously. If I think it's in the public interest. But for the most part, these spaces are public things. These are not like random little calls where I'm stumbling in. No, these are calls between like not calls. These are like public town square meetings of 30,000 people influencers or 100,000 people influencers. So yeah, guys, even if you don't record your spaces, it is completely fine. It's like rating a Twitch stream. So more people need to be rating these spaces. I can't wait to raid some spaces and expose some bitches. So this guy's not a bitch, to be clear. I don't even know him. We're just gonna start though with his space. Oh no, did I start speaking? No, I don't want to speak in your space.
Oh, you were doing it for about.
I just want to listen.
Who was it for?
The wrestling match?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do it for $30.
So audio's coming through pretty clearly. We'll listen for a bit.
I think that is.
Yeah, $30, guys. Come on, guys. You can do her.
What's going
Yeah,
on?
I want to know. Someone made a post that someone is showing her thirst tonight. No.
Oh my god, this River just.
That's the drama I wanted. More drama like this.
Oh, that's
Who's thirsty?
the start of this. Someone. That's why I did it. I wanted to keep it true to its message.
Was someone.
I guess I should have explained that before I made odd noises. So I'm glad you said something because people might have. Yeah. I don't really give a fuck. Anyway, someone used lots of S's.
Yeah, a lot of.
That was a fun game that I did, snatching tweets and making y'all guess who they were. I think some people actually enjoyed that.
That is a fun game.
I might start hosting my own freaking game spaces, and y'all should participate.
You should host your own game spaces, bro. That sounds great. You are actually someone that sounds interesting on spaces. Do it.
That do give lots of money on here, but they're not in here and they're probably sleeping. So
I might start hosting my own freaking game spaces.
Yes, you
should host your own game spaces,
like
bro.
I
That
said,
sounds
I know
great.
80% of the people that give,
Oh yeah, audio's coming through clear.
they tell me.
Oh, just so y'all know, the do not click, which I feel like everyone should know this by now, and I know it happens by accident, but do not click the links in the mailbox. So we've got 3 new people that were hit today: Devin, Mermies.
Oh, this is important, guys. Yeah. So actually, one of the people they're mentioning here, they actually emailed me or sent me a DM link. It was to my Instagram account, supposedly. Guys, be very, very careful about anything that is a link in your inbox. That is probably a phishing attempt, whether it's sent on X or another social platform. It's very common. So what ends up happening is you'll click in to that link, the Instagram link, and it'll have often Instagram like a little question mark icon, and then your handle. It looks totally legit. It's coming from someone you know. You hit it, then bam, like you're gonna be sending that same message out to all of your DM contacts. It's gonna mess with your account. It's gonna make people think that you have, hacked into or whatever. So be careful about that, guys. It's hitting a lot of people.
This is
Why don't you go kill yourself, Miss
He's
Red?
already.
If I kill
Did
myself,
you just
I'm
what?
dead.
Did you just what? What did you just say to me?
Told you go kill yourself. He said. I heard it.
That's fuck you, dude. Man, y'all gotta stop with that fucking shit. I am so tired. Y'all want to?
We removed him.
Okay, I've had enough of that
He
shit
dropped.
already. It is so foul.
Oh, he dropped. Oh, I thought I
It's
removed him.
fucked up and it's foul. Y'all are fucked up if you think that shit's funny. I'm so tired. Fuck.
He's mad
that
because
shit.
I thought the first part was funny, not that second part, but.
Is he mad at you?
Yes, you dropped. Oh.
Just gonna go
I want to figure out why he's mad.
kick his ass in the DMs.
All the tweets right now.
Yeah, she's gonna mass tweet.
And it's not anybody's fault who let him up. I have it on set for everyone, so they just have a pass. Like.
Dude, I'm like laying in bed already, so I'm like.
That's what I'm saying. Do we even have time? Like, see, Dream's not letting me. We don't feel like laying people up. You can come up automatically.
No.
We just get rid of you if it's a problem. Like, that's like
Right.
just automatically set on that. I do it when I start.
Very quickly, is anyone talking about the Adam Kissinger sex thing? I think that's bullshit. Unfortunately, I was hoping it would be this whole thing when I actually started. Can I turn the camera a bit? My hair doesn't look crazy. Okay. No, I just woke up, so I don't know my hair is not look crazy. So let me check my face now before I actually like open this camera and like blast people with my hair. God, okay, I look fine. I look fine. I think it's fine. Let's go. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So I have messy hair and all that. So we can just have messy hair and all that today. But let's see. And then go to Damon Toll's profile. So Damon Toll's friends with people that are liberal, conservative, whatever. So like he kind of calls as is. So I kind of take whatever he posts like pretty seriously. Not seriously. I used to take nothing Damon Toll says seriously, but I think he finds some pretty noticeable things as a little meme lawyer on Twitter. So like this, for example, and hopefully this doesn't get my account in trouble because I'm putting some suggestive imagery on the screen. But essentially, this is supposedly Adam Kissinger's, the former congressman who has been kind of viral on Twitter a lot, accusing him of having a grinder profile. Ooh, spicy. So essentially, the context for how this happened, guys, is Whittle Pump. It Yeah, this is a quote I didn't think, or a topic I didn't think I would say. Whittle Pump Will Pump and Adam Kissinger, former Congressman Adam Kissinger, are getting into it on Donald Trump. Like that's a crazy thing to say a decade ago. I don't think I would have said anything like that. But that is the context here. And Will Pump, look, let's say this. Even if it's true or not, don't mess with Whittle Pump. I mean, you put that stuff out there. So Damon's point though is like, hey, this is the tattoo, and this is Kissinger's tattoo. You see the difference though? That's the thing. So it's like, look, I kind of want it to be true, or well, actually, no. Let me take it back. I don't want it to be true. Like, I want Adam Kinzinger, for example, to be embarrassed for lying. I don't think people realize how destructive it can be when you have a family that's destroyed because someone is in the closet or like comes out and like look, I understand like you people have to come out of the closet. I understand that. I understand it was a different era when people might have been getting into these marriages. I get that. But the problem is it still hurts a lot of people and leaves families shattered. So like, I'm actually I'm hopeful this is a hoax altogether because it does mean that like, Adam's family or whatever is not betrayed by him. I am though thinking that it probably was a little good troll, and I think that Damon is unfortunately right. But we like to live in a world in which we can dream, right, and hopefully believe in some sort of funny little meme. So let's unmute the space a little bit.
No.
And if I can't find anything else cool, or I don't like the space, we'll find no in the vibe.
That food treat. You ever make it the Aki way? And he's from New York.
Oh yeah.
I love watching him.
I should get my
He
Good
makes
Morning
the
X
weirdest
hat.
shit, like like mozzarella sticks and a fucking cheese sandwich and shit like that. Like it's like
Oh, that sounds good.
I know, and pancakes and like eggs and everything on
Dude, dude, I will send Ricky like receipts of my DoorDash, like
We
me being
have
like a
Oh
here
my god, Tree. If
194 people, okay?
me
I,
How
being
many people know
all
Shukri
right,
BLV?
all
I,
right,
Don't lie,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
Okay.
no,
It'd be like late at night, and I'll send
Okay,
Ricky
Good
a
Morning X hat
it
here.
receipt.
Yeah, you gotta be repping the merch. That's what Jimmy says. You gotta be repping all the merch if you're gonna be on stream. Yeah, Max. Also, guys, I just want to throw it out here. I say we're going to speak over spaces, and then I don't shut up. Guys, we had a chatter room today. Okay, so we had a chatter room where we had the biggest room on Chatter, X Society. So Chatter is a live social video audio app. We didn't even plan to do that today. Jimmy just opened it. Like he just started to hang it. Just started with like a few of us, like me, Jimmy, a few other people. Became the biggest room on Chatter last night. We're also multicasting, simulcasting between X and Chatter. So we had streams going on my profile, on Jimmy's profile. Our man Cyrus, AI Council, joined us as well. And we had that on Chatter too. And then I came back into the Chatter room last night. It was at like 200 people or something crazy, 500 people, and like we weren't even trying to do that. So a lot of the stuff with X Society season 2, like, and what I'm an arrogant narcissist as well. I put influencer drama and all this stuff in the headline and everything. I'm talking about the very people that can criticize me. I recognize that. The thing is, though, like, I really don't see myself as being a quote unquote spaces guy. I know sometimes people think of me that way, and maybe that's actually because I have said it. So I am partly responsible for that. I've never really thought of myself as a spaces guy in the traditional sense of like I see myself as trying to host a big space as the final entertainment product. And I view spaces as a part of an entertainment experience and as a part of a community experience. So here's actually a good example of why I think it's actually not that powerful because live streaming is actually promoted more by the app. So I will reach more eyeballs and I'll be able to do more just by speaking over spaces than by joining them. And I'm able also to get more of my time spent on content that I want the audience to see. So whether me speaking or me finding people on spaces that are saying interesting things, I want to focus on that more than necessarily like some of the things that I've been doing recently on spaces where it's like I'll come in, okay, and well, I try to be nice to everyone. But the thing is, like, even if you are being snappy and trying to run a radio show good, at the end of the day, it ends up being mostly a radio call and radio show at the end of the day, unless you try and structure a space with a lot of planning. The thing is, if you structure a space with a lot of planning, well, why not just do a live stream and then do a Q&A and invite people on the stream? So, and what I'm getting to with spaces, I think that spaces are probably actually my favorite thing about them are impromptu like an impromptu thing where if Ryan Garcia wants to go live on Spaces and let anyone in the world talk to him, that's why I think Spaces are cool for. But if Ryan Garcia, for example, wants to get the maximum reach and the most effective marketing and X social strategy, is Spaces necessarily the right foundation? Or what you should focus his time on? And I'm saying Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia does not need to be using X, just Twitter, for anything. Probably actually would be good if Ryan Garcia maybe took a break from Twitter for a bit. But you get the point. Like I think it's kind of like that's kind of the stuff that I'm talking about here. Okay, but guys, so I will still be joining spaces. I'm just going to be speaking on fewer, or I guess I'm going to be hosting fewer formally, and I'm going to be joining more from X Society people that want to do them. But for the most part, we're just gonna try and focus on what is audio-visual experience in general. So exercise, and I'm saying we, I mean, in general, how I'm thinking about it. I often speak through my thoughts. So the thing is, if anyone listens to me and thinks that they have a good understanding of what I wanna do or what I don't wanna do, guys, I've been streaming for like 15 hours over 20 days, or 15 hours or 20 days. That's actually not that much. 15 hours over 20 days is like 45 minutes a day. I've been streaming 15 hours over 20 days. That is like 45 minutes a day. Do you know how much 45 minutes a day is? I've been streaming like 15 hours over 20 hours or so. The point is, so like I'm one of those people where I need to test something and I need to get really into it. So I'm getting real into live streaming right now because it's new on X. I think that we can nail a lot of this stuff, but also it's like, the medium is right. The medium is right to talk about stupid spaces stuff. Like it all is here. All the content is free. And we just talk over it. And then what we can still do though is we're still gonna do exercise, truth tellers and everything. There's people that want to still do the spaces, so we're gonna simulcast those on the spaces. So we're still gonna let you join the spaces and stuff, but we're also going to be simulcasting it. So I think there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be attractive and helpful for all audiences. Anyway, back to the space.
Like, oh my god! I'm like, what?
Oh
I'm
my, oh yeah.
cancel my order at that point. Like, I was like, okay, I'm not getting this. I'm not getting. I went.
I've only had a few bad people in like the
I
whole
went
time
back
though.
myself, and remember it was that woman. Remember the woman that was an hour late because she had to put oil in her car and shit like that. That one time, that's the one time that ever happened. Like to me with Instacart, she goes, "Oh my god, you see, I have an old car." I, my dad was outside too, so I couldn't really yell or anything. So I was being respectful for
Right.
my father. So and and she goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I said, "Yeah." So I went inside and I called and all my shit was bad. Like all my whole reimbursement of it.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Mhm. She had cold cuts in the cart, like and you've been gone
Oh,
an hour putting the oil, and it was in your trunk. Like it was not no cold bag, no nothing. Dre, I'm like, it was a package cold.
dude. There's a problem with like refrigerators because I have a friend whose refrigerator was like it was like not working too well, and I was like,
I apologize for keeping this photo of Demon Toll up. That's pretty much torture. God, gotta remove myself from you having to see this man. God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't want to expose anyone to this, but we're speaking of exposed. I should just put something. It's time we expose Damon Toll. Let's see if this trolls him. Time we expose Damon Toll. I want to do that. It's time we expose Damon Toll. It's time we expose Damon Toll. I love it. Okay. Um, I don't want to send this to him now because he's gonna feel like I'm asking him to retweet it. So I kind of just want to leave this on here while we do it. But then I feel people are gonna take it seriously. That's seriously though. That's the problem. I don't want people to actually think Damon is like a bad guy. Okay, Damon Toll, Mayo Man. Okay, back to the space.
And
How was
misrepresenting and
how was that?
tricking your dad into buying you cars and using other
My
people's
dad never bought me a
credit.
fucking car. I'm gonna put my
Long
dad on.
Island trash.
I'm gonna put my dad on tomorrow, and you're gonna talk to him. And
Hey, can you see the Grizzly Adams
I bought
theme?
my own car, Yeti. Yeti never bought
All right,
nothing in his life.
I'm gonna move this out of here because I more people are gonna think Damon is speaking. Damon's a good cool guy. He makes me laugh. Even though you don't agree with his politics, he doesn't really mind. Give him a follow and all that. Oh, also, guys, is there someone on the show that I do a stream of? I'm talking finding X influencer drama. Not all these people are bad. Like, there's a cool there's a cool space, Bourbon Du Bois, for example, or I stream that. That was not a bad space. Sometimes it influencer drama, sometimes best of audio spaces can literally just mean best of audio spaces. God, I'm doing a little vaping today. People bad because I woke up. Now I'm coughing a bit. Man. Don't do that on stream, folks. You do it on stream, it's gonna distract. Not that matters.
hit was
So I'm gonna
none.
listen to this for a bit more, and finally I
I
should
asked
Fucking
shut
him,
up
take a shot
and
at
look
me.
for another space as well
It's
for us to
open
go to
game.
next.
and then I said I hope he dies. I did say that a whole bunch of times. I said I'm
Oh
not
my
praying
god.
for him to die. I did say that last night.
Like he's weird because like he will go like a week and like try to get along with people, and then he'll like talk shit for like a few days.
Exactly. He gets weird. It's kratom. It's kratom. It's a fucking kratom.
Crano.
It's an opioid. It's a pain medication for his fucking gout. Oh my god, I can't take him.
Oh, is that why he's taking it for his gout?
He takes it. He said the other day he takes it because he wants to get high,
Yeti,
and there's a
Hey,
recording
tell
of
us
that.
if it's for your gout.
well, here's my question first, though. Ricky, do you think that people didn't remember hearing what you said first? Do you really think just because you tell the
What
lie
did I say
publicly,
first?
just because you tell the lie publicly, do you think the audience believes you?
You talked shit about my mom, so I
You're a
talked shit about your
fucking
mom,
joke.
and I said that I hope Penelope digs up your
You're a
mom's
joke.
bones, and I did
You're a
say that.
joke. Long Island trash.
You are trash in Florida, bitch. I hope a hurricane washes your ass away. There it goes. Fuck him. fucking, fucking trash bag. You know what? He lives in a motel anyway. His mom's fucking motel. Act like the fucking condo, my ass. Can someone post those pictures of the condo, which is a door and a motel? Like,
um, remember when Yeti was like the parking lot supervisor and was telling people
remember
like,
that?
"You
Oh, that.
can't
Oh,
park there.
who's that
Hey,
down there? You
buddy.
can't park. Oh, that was on
Hey,
that.
buddy. Can't park there."
That's my dad does shit like that in the front yard. No, but like no, but that's Dre. It's literally like when we were
Uh,
on like lobby. It was
Get
like
off my
lobby, or it
lawn.
was a different app
Yeah.
we were on. Yeah, he would
No,
open camera and tell people not to park there.
right. That shit
It's
was
so
just
embarrassing.
screaming.
Acting like he owns the parking lot. He pays for it. He's $5,000 late on his fucking taxes, but he's telling people where to park. Hey Springs.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
They're probably home now. They went to the Surge, or whatever it's called.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come up here. Is this an open room?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just coming in. Hi.
you probably hit it on
We
How
are
was
accident.
it?
home.
How was Surge? Was it good?
Sturge. ST. Sturges.
Or whatever.
You went to Sturgis?
Yeah, they
Yes,
went.
girl.
Yeah,
It
How was it?
and Maddie are went on
was
there.
amazing.
Wait, is that the motorcycle festival?
Right?
We were there for business. Matt was meeting with like some like dude for work, and so we didn't get super wild. Like we stayed in Rapid City in like an A-frame up in the
Yeah, it's the music festival, not the music festival, the biker festival.
are like closer to the monuments.
Oh, okay.
And it's like an hour away from Sturgis. So we spent a day. We went into Sturgis for a day. We spent a day riding the hills with like other bikers, which was like fucking amazing. There were like no cars and just bikers everywhere, and like that was amazing. And we got drunk at our local bar one night. That was like a block from our house, and
Nice.
we went one day and went into Sturgis itself. And Matt drank, and we drove the car so that I could drive back, and that was really fun. And we got vitamins. I got a vitamin IV drip. That was really fun.
Oh,
You can
While
get that
looking
at
at
Sturgis?
strippers, that was amazing.
Wait, hold on. She got vitamin IV drip at Sturgis Motorcycle? Really? They have those there?
Sitting in like a thing. You know those like infusions? Have you ever
Was she
had
in
those before?
Vegas?
No, I'd be really nervous
Sturgis.
getting
Oh
infusions at a bar.
no, we weren't at a bar. We are outside, and it was a med tent type situation, and it was
Oh,
like a
okay.
nurse. It was like a very we paid. It was like $250
I mean, that's what I
to
thought.
go
I
there.
thought she was
Oh, you
getting
just
like
want like a random
transfusions
needle
in
in
a
your arm?
bar,
Oh,
like from motorcycle
not.
bikers,
You had to like
which
sign a
is
waiver and
kind of
like take
badass,
samples,
but a little
you
bit
know.
weird to
Yeah,
hear.
it's like Hep C right there.
How do I?
this account,
Yeah. So some of these people,
scrolling.
I unmuted
There we
it,
go.
and
After
I unmuted it and I had to remute. So yeah, some of these people, guys, are not drama filled people. Like these people seem actually very nice. So again, when I say I gave this whole primer or this whole speech of how we're gonna expose influencer drama on X, not expose, I'm not a citizen journalist. I mean more just like we're gonna look for drama and go for it. Guys, unfortunately, sometimes I find nice people on the internet. It's awful. I think it's the problem is my algorithm. I hang out with too many nice people, and then it recommends me too many more nice people. So to fix that, what I've been doing is I've been interacting more with psychopaths recently. So I've been trying, well, in addition to the normal people. So if you look at my interactions on X, not all those people are psychopaths, but I have been putting some more time into some general quote unquote ex influencers, kind of like hitting their posts and whatnot, because I want the drama going across my timeline. I want it fed into my head. She was talking about an IV drip from Sturgis motorcycle rally to keep her going. Well, I want an IV drip right into my brain, right into the GMX brain of the craziest things on spaces so I can talk about it. But there's just cool topics too, or people being nice. As long as it's still interesting, we'll have a fun time. So it's Saturday night, or it's Sunday morning now. It's 2 a.m. my time Saturday, so Sunday. So whatever it is, if it is still Saturday night your time, if you're on the West Coast, it would be about 11 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, it's 2 a.m. If you're in Europe, who the hell cares? Okay, back to the stream.
the fucking G. He drove from like 1 p.m. yesterday until like midnight tonight. I like could not do any more driving. I was done, but we didn't want to stop either. We were so homesick and homesick for our bed, and like
Mm-hmm.
we just want to go home. We're done. Okay, what am I doing? There you are. You're in.
No,
No,
yeah, because like there can be like some rowdy people,
so
that go
there's
to.
different. There's camps. I've had friends that are Hells Angels. That's how I know about Sturgis. And so, like, I'm not really
Yeah.
scared. Like, bikers are some of the friendliest fucking people. That said, we weren't like out there camping in RVs, like doing the thing. Like there's
Right.
people who like stay in Sturgis, and they're excuse me, I'm making macaroni and cheese. Um, that like they're out there and they're drinking all night and they're partying and like
Right.
doing
This is interesting. I want to stay on this one for a bit, and then we'll go to GOP at night probably. But this one's interesting because I want to hear a Sturgis story more.
like we hung out at a local bar
It's
in
for,
Rapid City one night, like on in the national
it's for
park.
business.
Yeah, and Matt got wasted one day, but he ended up just buying like a ton of knives, and we just ended up spending a ton of money.
One of the more interesting people I meet on Spaces, or I haven't met her. She has no idea who I am. This is the woman speaking, talking about this awesome motorcycle rally and this IV drip she got. She sounds badass. She sounds super interesting. And she's protected. Can I follow her? I hope she lets me follow her. Will she let me follow her? See, perhaps for drugs. I don't know. I feel like it might be weird. Well, I'm in the audience, right? It wouldn't be weird. I'm not follow her. If she denies it, she denies it. I mean, no harm in not. And we want to encourage people to follow others as well. So if again, we're going to try and find narcissists and stuff, and we might join a space later called Coconuts Club with drunk people. As with Alpha Fox, he is not someone I dislike. To be clear, so again, I might not actually find anyone that is kind of the bitches I was talking about. Again, bitches is gender neutral. I use bitches interchangeably. Oftentimes, I am a catty bitch. If you listen to me on Spaces or you listen to me on stream, so there's like one video space I could join, but that's awkward because I don't want to just put this woman on video. So like it's not a good space because like it looks personal. So I'm gonna avoid that one. There's another one, Saturday Night Chatter, which sounds again more personal. There's Chill Space, that's Sean Darwin, and I did some in Sean spaces for a while. They're fine. It's just he's doing his own thing. So yeah, we'll do GP at night, maybe Alpha Fox's Cool Kids Club if we're still alive. We'll stay on this one for a bit.
The girl in the
Yeah, had a really
back.
good time.
Oh my god.
We had a great time.
The white more clothes on than the girls downstairs that were cut.
Yeah,
Oh
we saw
shit.
all these girls getting airbrushed titties out, but like
Oh
none of the stuff was
shit.
stripped. It's a closed city, like those cities where you can't see
Yeah.
nipples or
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, apparently, I was just explaining to them, Matt, how like you can stay at like the Buffalo Chip or that other place. I can't remember what it's called though. What's it called, honey? The
Full
Full
throttle.
Throttle. There's like two big camps. Full Throttle and Buffalo Chip, and they're like these bars in the middle of nowhere before you get to Sturgis, and then they have like music and like
No,
contests.
they were still within the
Were
town.
they?
They were in the town of Sturgis. They just had a bunch of land,
Oh,
so they have it set up to where they have a large bar. Then they have places set up for vendors. Then
I
camping
just think of
areas.
Sturgis as that
It's
like
just
strip, I guess, but that's dumb. I guess it's the whole little town there.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's
Daddy,
the
don't they
town.
still have that full throttle? Remember that
We
show
watched it
used
on
to
the
be
way
on?
out there,
Yeah.
Don. We
Oh,
did, yeah. We
really? It's still
downloaded it
on?
and
Oh,
watched it on the
wow.
way out there to be like, okay, what are we getting ourselves into? And we ended up watching this biker show,
I used to
like the
love
whole
that
season of
show.
it, from like
Yeah, it
it
was a
was a
good
good
show,
show.
and they
I was
canceled
stressed
it.
out for them, man. And you know what? I can see how it could be stressful. I mean, I don't know. We also, I mean, like, and Brett Michaels was there, and Kid Rock, and like, there's like music, not music I want to listen to, but like, there's
Oh,
music.
wow.
Um, you know, it was good. We heard
dude,
about some guy like,
Kid Rock at the Republican convention. I was screaming at the fucking TV. He's like, I
Why is he there
am
though?
American
just throwing
badass.
his support for Trump.
Yeah,
He's a big
but
Trump
he was
fan.
such a kick. I was like, oh my god, look at Kid Rock right now.
There was a lot of Trump stuff going on as far as like T-shirts and the kid,
I don't like Kid
Oh
Rock.
yeah.
Hmm.
Matt's kid cousin, his cousin's kid. They live across the street, and I got him a shirt. We got him a shirt that's teal and it has Trump. I told him, I gave it to him. I was like, listen, this is me showing that I support what you like, even if I think it's fucking stupid. Okay, so this is me
Right.
being a supportive adult in your life, and it's a Trump
The
shirt.
best shirt ever.
Tell her to go.
It's the best
Oh,
shirt
I
ever.
forgot he's in the car with you.
I know
Yeah.
Fox News was
Oh my
there
god,
Hey, buddy.
freaking
one day. I can't remember what
I'm
day it
at
was.
home. I
Wait, we got
forgot. They
children
stayed in the
listening
office.
to us right now. Is this the?
They're listening to me talk. He's only on here
Yes,
because
just for
I'm
a
on
moment.
here talking to you, and we're talking about our trip. We're not being inappropriate.
Well, I mean, I mean, the stripper was just put in the back. I mean, we did see. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's like a teenager. I think it'll be okay. We're not, no, don't worry about it. Hey, voltage.
Oh, he's not looking at the screen or
Yeah,
anything.
like no, no, they're in the car.
Still too young to look at a stripper.
He's not. That's
Well, it's a good thing that he's not looking at a stripper.
dear God. But yeah, I told him we did that whole drive without fighting. That we're
Next space. So next space we're gonna join. This is Alpha Fox one. So not a bad one. Not someone I usually criticize because usually I like Alpha. But there might be stupid people in the space. I don't know. There's too many nice people, too many normal people in spaces tonight. What's going on? It's supposed to be. Where are the drunk people? Hopefully in Cool Kids Club with drunk people, right? Let's join. Let's find out.
Vert the still. I think we put
Oh,
such a
I
large
didn't stream it.
scale.
I forgot to
There's a
mute.
lot
Sorry.
of different things that were happening at that time. I believe that Donald Trump made that decision to ban bump stocks with the full knowledge that it would be shot down by the Supreme Court based on the Second Amendment and Constitution.
I think
So,
you're correct on that.
yeah,
Yes.
okay. Thank you. I always had that feeling, and I think a
I
lot of us.
totally believe that.
Yep. Yeah. So, with that being said, I mean, I also wanted to touch on the term limit side of things as well. With term limits, the only way to keep people, politicians from protecting that is to make sure that they are properly taken care of and compensated after their service to the public. I think that what should happen, and I've thought about this a great deal, is if when someone becomes a public servant, a congressman, a senator, something like that, they should get an augmented version of whatever salary they were earning prior to that, plus access to things like medical insurance, child care, things like that, perks that would come with anybody that would be a government worker, but be shut off completely from trading, doing things like that, being in any way involved with any kind of lobbying. But after the fact, after that term limit is run out, they are compensated handsomely. I mean, treated like basically, not royalty, but taken well care of to keep them from being so corruptible during their time in Congress. I don't see another way. I agree. They're not going to vote themselves out. They're not going to vote on something that's gonna get them out of Congress. So I don't see a way to do it without kind of making concessions in some way and giving them some sort of entitlements after the fact. And I hate that idea because I feel like they're already freaking overpaid. So I will land with that.
No, that well said. Well said.
I just
go.
wanted to,
Yeah, go
yeah, I
ahead,
just,
Ray.
yeah, I was just gonna say that, like earlier, we kind of touched on who the Uniparty was, and I think we kind of came to a roadblock on who it is, but they outlined it for us. Anybody that voted for HR 6090, that's the Uniparty. Like I think 90 some % of them voted for it. So they drew the lines. Anybody that would vote for our free speech to be taken away, like at the end of the day, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene had it right when they would outlaw the Bible, because I just see it here on this platform. I can't post a lot of things from Revelation.
Wait, they're outlawing the Bible? Wait, what?
Sure that that
I
has
will.
parts on why I'm.
I can post Bible quotes. Can you not post Bible
It's
quotes?
90% of Congress that's like completely lost, and like there's big hurdles in front of us, and if we don't start really getting with it and coming up with bigger solutions to the problem, we're just done. Like, because they're not gonna, this government's only gonna, their interest is to only get bigger and metastasize into something else. Like, I don't even know what it's gonna be at the end of this thing, but they just keep creating all these government agencies and everything else, and nothing's going to rein it back in unless we, the people, actually stand up and do it. And it's going to take something drastic like a convention of states in order to do it.
And bigger doesn't always mean better, right? I
Yeah.
think Allie has her hand up.
It's
Allie?
not. I have to make the joke. It's not size that matters. But
term limits, and I definitely agree with the ban on stock trading because I think that's how a lot of them have gotten rich. But I do also think that a lot of these
who said that?
politicians had a
Who
dream
said that? Whoever said that gets a cookie, a gold star. You get the turtle shell tonight. Ban stock trading.
because I don't think that you go into politics thinking that you're going to be rich. I think that somewhere along
Unless
the
you're Anthony
way,
Sabatini.
they lost the path or the mentor that they had was corrupted, and you follow in your mentor's footsteps. I think that a lot of them probably have gotten.
So I will say I have had people in politics who I don't know if I would consider them mentors, but they're definitely people I've worked with before, and they went down paths that I disagree with, and some of them were I don't know if they're lies necessarily or even intentional lies. Maybe they just changed their minds. It happens in politics. But if I went down that path, how a lot of people would be viewing me today would be very, very different. And also, I'd be on the losing side. I was on the losing side. I usually don't end up on the losing side.
you know, murder your family. I mean, you can get killeried
Yep.
just by going into politics. And I think that there's.
And everyone jokes about this, guys. But since I do actually joke about mental health sometimes, because and write about mental health, if I do ever end up dead, please question it because I'm really not going to do anything. I don't think I'm important enough. I'm really not. I'm not. I just talked about how I do stuff in politics, but like I'm not important enough for the government. I'm really not. Most of the time, people are not that important. I'm definitely not. But I might be important enough to one individual, to like a random individual person on the internet, like a stalker or something that wants to kill me someday. That's gonna go, go up these stairs or something, and then go murder me in my bed or something. So if that happens, and it's like I've been noticing. I wanted to crack my turtle shell, and I'm so sad about this world. Please forgive me all. I didn't write that crap. You think I'm gonna do that? If I wanted to end myself, you know what I'm gonna do? I would make sure it's on live video, and I would have a link that you could click to save the turtles. If I was gonna go out, I'm gonna go out in style and raise a few grand for my buddies in the sea. But like, what I'm not gonna do is I ain't gonna take like 25 sleeping pills. I only got a sleeping pill subscription. So, if you ever see Misha's dead, be suspicious.
This is good versus evil.
Sure.
I mean, that's point blank. And you got to vote. I understand the. I understand. I get it. The vote 2020, 81,000 votes for that weird, senile old buffoon who I watched. I'm 50. I'll be 51 in October. And I watched that lunatic lie. I've heard him say things you wouldn't believe. I don't know the age group of who all's listening to me right now. I have no idea. But you wouldn't believe the things I've heard come out of that man's mouth. I understand he's got dementia. I get it.
All right, quick question. What's more egotistical and narcissistic when I make my head smaller like this or when I make my head bigger like this? And if I go back and forth and acknowledge that I'm thinking about it, is that narcissistic? I don't know. I feel like you have to be a little bit narcissistic to do this, to think that people actually want to hear you talk on the internet and they like see your art and all that stuff. So when I'm talking about narcissists, I also am a narcissist at the end of the day. And probably a good thing that I don't have kids. So, and also it's very tough for people to tell if I'm being sarcastic or staying in character in this riffing. Yeah, so for the most part, if it's not a super serious topic, I might actually just be joking or riffing. If it is a super serious topic, I usually change my tone. You can usually tell.
Yeah.
Who's like, what's really
Usually.
going on if something serious happens? Who's answering the phone and who's making the decision? Like, those are serious things that, like, we actually have no idea at the end of the day. Like, we can all speculate that it's Obama or that it's Jill Biden or it's Hunter Biden or whoever's answering all of these. Who knows who's making these decisions? But
Right.
all I know is there's real world problems that are going on out there, and this guy isn't the one that's doing it, and somebody's spamming our nest.
Lord,
Yeah, get the nest cleared out. The nest, they're spamming it.
listen, guys, and girls, um, something real bad's going to happen with all these open borders. Okay, just be vigilant, be ready. Uh, it's been whispered and talked about on AM radio. They talk about it. Mark Levin talks about it, and he's a serious guy. He knows what he's talking about. He's a constitutional
Mark Levin, just to say it, Mark Levin was on the losing side of the primary. He backed Ron DeSantis and he lost.
fallen, and we watch that, and then we see that's coming our way. That's coming our way. We have got to be prepared.
Um, are we going by hands now or no?
Yes, we're going by hands, and CO was next. So go ahead.
Oh, also, guys, Rule, if you are watching this, welcome again. This is Turtle TV from X Society Broncos Networks. Follow my partner, man, at Jimmy Rothschild. Partner, man, again, I'm not dating Jimmy. Partner in X Society at Jimmy Rothschild. Follow X Society, join the committee. We're going to be doing chat rooms and all that. Here, I'm joining Alpha Fox. I joined his room. I don't know the main host of the Anonymous X. I don't follow Anonymous X. But core room so far, Anonymous X. No complaints. I said influencer drama. I'm not seeing him doing anything bad. I don't even know him as a spaces host. There's no beef between us, just to be clear. And if I'm saying anything, it is just for funsies. Now, the other people, hi, shout out Alpha Fox, hi, shout out Really Rowdy Red. A lot of cool people I know in this space, you too. That's why I'm in there. But if you're joining this space, remember, these spaces are not necessarily X Society. This is not an X Society space. If it is, we usually make it very, very clear with the branding. GMX, X Society, Sunday Service. So if it's not, it's one of two scenarios. One is kind of a partner or friend of Good Morning X and X Society. Maybe it's Cricket, maybe it's someone else where they do their own shows. But you might see Cricket on Mario, you might see Cricket on Brian Krasenstein, whoever. Occasionally she's on Jimmy's thing. Like that sort of thing is you might see those people. But you might also have people that don't go on Good Morning X at all or don't go on X Society at all, but are producing stuff that's in the X Society's public interest. So it's a big space. Saturday Night Space is one of the bigger ones. That's why we're on it. So it's kind of like we're trying to go into the town square areas to figure out hey, what is the conversation? What are people talking about? Is there drama? What is the drama? Now I'm going to shut up again. We're going to unmute. Let's do some more.
But the majority of his properties that he is owned by Jewish partners that is invested with him. As soon as he's elected into office, he said he's going to crack down on anti-Semitism. Okay. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you about the Republican Party, and I'm still far right. I'm not a Republican anymore because I think that they've lost their way. But what I noticed about the Democrats is they ratchet everything to the left, all the degeneracy and the homosexuality and the perversion. And once they ratchet and pull everything nice and tight to the left, I noticed that the Republicans come in. Would you stop talking over me and let me finish? Have some self-control, okay? What the Republicans do is they come in and they sign the bills.
Yes, this space is chill the hell down 15 notches.
What is it? HR. Let me pull it up real fast. What is it?
6090.
6090. Okay, that's not just that. It's also we have House Resolution 894. Okay. We also have HB 269 down in Florida, which was another Republican bill that was pushed in for anti-Semitism, where you can't no longer put out flyers. It's always the Republicans that's infringing on the rights and taking the rights away. And if you look back, once I got my eyes opened up to this issue, if you look back, there was Ronald Reagan. Okay, he declared the war on drugs. Okay, under Ronald Reagan's watch, we had the largest increase in influx of drugs, cocaine pour into this country, all throughout the United States. He also took all the crazy people out of the insane asylums and shut them all down. Now they're living in the streets, and they're on the streets. I live in Las Vegas. I just seen a man walking into 7-Eleven the other day with his dick hanging out, naked, walking right into the 7-Eleven. I see people shitting, pulling their pants down, taking shit at least once a week. At least once a week.
For the promised naked man, he was supposed to be going to the pool party. Yeah, so you had to direct him back to the strippers for the bachelorette party. That was to be expected. He just got pointed to the wrong address in his Uber.
This type of Republican, it's the rhino, or they're all they're all bought and paid for by the Jew. And if you guys don't stop and wake up and realize that our country's usurped, we have Jews running our country. They use the Democrats to push their degeneracy, and then they use the.
Okay, look, like we might rejoin that in a bit, but like I just don't want to vibe. Look, I know free speech and all that. People can say what they want, and I know people have opinions in the war and all that. But like, I'm just not gonna listen to people trash anyone of any religion just on space. I tend to think people are bad or people are good. And I think oftentimes, especially with war in kind of countries, people sometimes stereotype or reduce down the actions of our leaders to the actual people of faith. And as someone has explored my own faith as well, I think that it's important to have a lot of respect for other people. I and you can want an end to the war. I want an end to the war without also wanting to just trash Jewish people. Like Stephen Bader. Let's try this guy, S. Bader. We're gonna join a political space for a bit. This one we'll do as like S. Bader. One second. Um.
All right,
Okay,
I want to
even someone like
welcome.
Haley, I'll finish quick. Even someone like Megan Kelly,
So this space is GOP at night. I'm gonna assume this is a conservative leaning space.
side of this, is because the reason she
You
makes the
said
vote she
Nikki.
makes is because
Well,
of that, and that's why she votes for Trump. That's why she voted for Trump in 2020. Sometimes I have to take a break from this app so I can go outside, touch some grass, and remember what is important. You gotta
we do
remember
love
what's important.
grass.
I don't.
I do think it was very funny how you said that Nikki Haley says it with her whole chest, and the way you
She does.
pause
She does
is
not.
that's kind of funny.
I
That
meant
cracked
I
me
meant I
up.
meant Megan
Yeah,
Kelly,
Megan Kelly.
but I was looking at a post and that's why I got.
She definitely says it with
Donald
her
Trump
whole
is the
chest.
goat, man.
But anyway, I was just gonna say I want to welcome. We have Jacqueline and LT on stage. Ladies, I know both of you can handle popcorn, so please understand it's been nice and
There's gonna be popcorn.
with no tone policing. I know you both are lit. You can handle it. Anyway,
Are
I
you
also want to
trying to?
welcome.
I love this. I love this. I'm gonna stand this space for a bit.
I'm
Oh,
saying rise to the
Somebody's
Jacqueline,
been
occasion.
drinking tonight.
If you have
I
something to
have something to
say,
say.
then I want you to say it with your
I'm gonna
chest,
say it.
because
I'm gonna say
apparently
it with my chest.
apparently women doing that too.
I'm gonna
So
say
anyway,
it.
also
I'm
Rob
gonna
Woo!
say it
Z.
with my chest.
Damn!
All right. I'm gonna say it. I put it in.
I like
Makes
this
sure it
guy.
doesn't
He has
happen
a
Oh
little
every
bit of
my
night.
pizzazz,
God!
a little
Guys,
charisma to
Oh,
that
him.
works for
Wow.
me.
Travis, you're ruining the moment. I put in the nest what we were talking about in Yavis's space. Uh,
Julie with the heart is
um,
crazy.
He said he's going to make a T-shirt, and we all have to get this T-shirt in honor of Dr. Lori, and it says "I stubbed my vagina." So there we go.
So what I was trying to say to Julie is that
Oh God,
number
Lapis,
one,
bring us some humor, babe. Humor.
I just number one, I don't see how deep red districts are relevant to winning moderate suburban voters who
Oh,
are actual
you
swing
you
voters.
failed, buddy.
Number
Come on.
two, number two, the person who succeeded Mitt Romney is even more anti-Trump. He literally said that Trump's wall was racist and that like we literally got an open.
Lapis, can you do me a favor? Personal favor. Person co-host, stay it on mute for a second.
I'm
Just heads up, Lapis has autism, like actual autism. So you have him on a space. Just he actually is smart. He actually is an interesting person to talk with, even if he comes off a little bit abrasive. But just be aware, you might have to just set a boundary, or like depending on what it is, move into the audience. But it's actually one of the more interesting people. I haven't heard him speak in a while, so it'll be interesting to hear his thoughts.
Love you. I want you to be here, but you're just on a totally different level than the rest of us right now. And it's just like we're vibing, man. We're vibing. So I want you to stick around. Go get a sip of something.
That's another thing, guys. Like sometimes people get on these spaces and they or get on any sort of group call, Discord, Chatter, Clubhouse, and they don't sense the vibe of the room. So, like, let's say I had an open link to join this kind of like we're doing restream links or whatever. So like we can bring people into the studio. We're vibing. Imagine if someone just came in here and like I was answering questions and the questions like how to do this in AI art or how to like like what's like some interesting pop culture stories or like rabbit internal jokes. And then someone just went in here and it's like, Misha, I need you to decide on how we're gonna end the Israel Gaza war and outline this peace treaty in tremendous detail. It's like, well, bro, I'm vaping at like 2:45 a.m. You want me to put together a peace deal for Israel, Palestine, 2:45 a.m. on a Sunday morning, looking like this, haven't got a haircut in 6 months. GMX might as well be a foreign state entity to these people. So am I like an NGO going in? I know. I'm gonna stop riffing on that. We're gonna go back to this, but again, my point is recognize the vibe of the environment you're going into. Try to fit it.
In the world?
Ghost.
Did I hear that
No, you did
correctly?
not, Stephen
Yes, you
Davis.
did.
No, I said
I that
ghost
Mike, I swear to God, that's what
stories.
she
That's what I
said,
heard.
didn't she?
Is ectoplasm from the
All right, you
That's
know
Ghostbusters
what you
what?
said,
is
LT. You really said
Ghost.
is
that.
ectoplasm from the Ghostbusters really just like ghost cum?
Jacqueline, did I?
It is.
Jacqueline, did I say that?
Most of that it is like
I'm
that.
an adult virgin.
Ghostbusters.
Oh my God.
You
Okay.
know what?
Have you ever
Jacqueline and
seen
I
that
both got
picture
called a
and that
whore.
gif?
I'll tell you, you know what? The ladies on this stage, y'all can hang. You guys are
No,
really
but
doing a
listen,
great job. Well
Steven,
done.
Jacqueline and I got called whores because earlier
Oh
in
yeah.
this.
Well, that's only half
Hello,
right.
my
Okay,
fellow Americans.
you know what? Fuck you. Go fuck yourself, Steven. But anyway, we got called whores earlier
I didn't say which
in a
one.
space because I said I've been with 5 people and I'm 42, and Jacqueline's like, yeah, well, I had sex before marriage. Well, yeah, so did I. So we got called whores, and we're not conservative, which is bullshit, right, Jacqueline?
Yes. And I
Bullshit.
told them all to fuck off.
Terrible.
Good for you.
Thank you. That is all. Wait, let me do the
Okay,
April.
here's what we're gonna do.
I'm
No,
gonna come.
here's what we're gonna do. I want every red-blooded man on this stage raise your hand if you agree with the following statement. Conservative women do it best.
In the bedroom? I'm not
Oh
sure.
my God, Kelvin's a lib lover? What do you
Yeah, it depends on. I think it actually depends on what you're looking for. So I think conservatives tend to have better relations because they're usually more likely to be in stable relationships and more likely to marry. And I think that people that are in relationships tend to have more enjoyable introverts. But I will say there's probably
more liberals that are into kinkier, crazier stuff. So if you're into that stuff, it might be the underlying act. The one act is probably I don't know. But I don't think it's black and white. I do think it's kind of funny when people say liberals or conservatives are better at XYZ when, like, in reality, people that called themselves a liberal a decade ago are now conservative, and some conservatives I know a decade ago are now, like, the wokest people ever. Does anyone really know what they are?
Big clitoris. Oh wait, that's not okay, right, Kelvin?
I mean, I've never felt that.
They don't
But
get
I
they don't
don't
get
know.
that swollen.
Well, for Kelvin they do, cause whatever.
ELT is a married man.
I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated with some people.
Wait, Lapis,
And
why are you
God,
frustrated?
I'm just saying sorry.
You just gotta let it all
I'm just
out. You
sorry.
gotta let it all out. Let the
I'm just
Lapis,
You
frustrated.
got
frustration.
hate in your heart, let it out.
Lapis,
I'm
what's
just
going on in the
frustrated
Let
world?
it
because we're doing
out.
the same thing that we did last time, and it's just I don't want to lose again. We haven't won since I was 16 years old. I'm almost 25. You know how
Oh.
frustrating that is?
Lapis.
Lapis, the only frustration you should be having at age 25 is not political frustration.
Well,
I don't know about that. When I was 25, I had political frustration because my life was getting wrecked by COVID. So I went in and I actually elected or helped elect several people into office. Where I went in to their campaigns and pushed them and directed strategy to fix it. So, look, if you're 25 and you don't think you can change some things, well, sometimes if you are pushed to the edge, you will go in yourself and change some things. So don't mess with free speech.
And go take the edge off. Whatever you got to do, just I don't care what it is. Sip,
Did
cuff,
Steven just say
something.
I'm
for him
curious.
to edge
You got to
himself?
chill out. You got
I'm
to chill
curious,
out.
Lapis. Do you live in a blue state
He
and
lives
a
in
blue
Florida.
county and then a blue city? Because if you don't, then there are some people on the right who are governing over you, and they're probably doing an
I
okay
don't
job.
live in a shithole. I would never live in a shithole. I'm sorry. I would never live in a dump.
There you go.
Never live in a
There you
dump
Attaboy,
truck.
go. Now
Lapis.
we're
Lapis.
There you
talking.
Attaboy,
go. There you go.
Yeah.
Lapis. Attaboy, Lapis. There you
Lapis, you
go.
need
There
to
you
go.
This
go.
is the
You need to
biggest
go to
test.
Arby's tomorrow,
I got the
Lapis. Go
biggest
to
test for
Arby's
Lapis, real
tomorrow.
quick.
Can you hear me?
You should
Lapis,
go to
go to
church
Charlie
Arby's.
Sue, are you
tomorrow.
Charlie
saying?
Sue,
Yes,
are you talking about
Charlie Sue, let Charlie Sue speak. Go ahead, chef.
Lapis, we're chilling right now. You need to go to Arby's tomorrow and get like extra double meat roast beef Arby's sandwich with extra sauce.
Girl, you're
With
making me
It's
extra
not
hungry.
my
sauce.
fault since my phone died and then the conversation
You should
changed.
you
It's not
should
my
make
fault.
put if you really want it to be realistic, put some horsey sauce
That's
on
not
it,
my
No, no,
fault.
Lapis.
that
It's
would
just
roast
burn.
my
Wait,
phone
Lapis?
died and then the conversation
I
changed.
need it.
It's not
No,
my
no.
Lapis?
fault.
So Lapis,
I
what
need
I
to
was saying
test
is go
Lapis
get
real quick.
an double
We
beef
have the
Arby's
meat.
sandwich with extra sauce and a box of tissues and like look at the ladies on the stage you're welcome to
I
think
hate
about us.
fast.
Ask them and
I
ask them for
hate
extra
fast food.
steamed
It makes me
buns.
feel sick and makes my acid reflux go crazy. I can't. I can't.
I didn't know where he was going with
I
that.
can't.
Anyone else? When he said it makes his
Okay,
I
okay,
can't.
then what you can do
I
if
can't
you're
acid
have
reflux
certain
go
oils
crazy.
because it makes me sick. I'm not.
Hey,
I
well
have
then
to be
that's
very
fine.
careful what I
It's
eat.
fine. If you want to
You
go
don't
like
like it
more
wet,
vegan
Lapis?
or
You don't like
vegetarian,
the oils?
do
hey,
No,
Lapis, do not come.
Lapis,
certain oil basically makes me feel
Charlie
sick.
Sue's giving you advice for
I'm
a good
giving him
time. You
another
should listen to
recommendation.
her.
He can go vegetarian. Get yourself like some ripe
Ew,
bananas. Get
God,
like a
no,
6 pack
God,
of
fuck
organic ripe
no,
bananas and just
fuck that,
Banana?
give
Where
no,
are
him
you
that.
no.
going with this? Bananas? What?
I will
What?
Obviously,
never
you
ever
guys don't
look.
know about the banana pills.
What's into his mind with the bananas?
I'm
No.
sorry, I will never go vegetarian.
Lapis?
I
Lapis, do you like
red
pineapple?
meat is a red
What if the
meat is
woman's a
objectively
No,
the
vegetarian?
but
best thing to ever
Lapis,
eat. It's the best thing
honey,
ever.
honey. Lapis, sweetheart, do you like pineapple?
It's all right, I guess.
What about if it's upside down? Do you like it?
I get what you're
I don't
saying.
know.
Okay, well,
You
it's
should eat
good.
pineapple for different reasons as a
The
male.
ladies love
Mhm.
Yeah,
pineapple.
you took
But
it.
you
This guy keeps talking about male stuff. Maybe there's something he doesn't know about.
turned
everyone was
up.
So
The
being
start
whole
with
messy
world
and I
Charlie.
loves
was
you.
just I got
Hey, Lapis,
frustrated.
I have a
What?
pickup line for you. That'll
I'm
No,
help
not
you out.
Kelvin,
usually like
start with
that. I
Charlie
just got
Sue's advice
frustrated and
and
I
then go get you an
apologize.
upside down pineapple,
I'm not
buddy.
usually like that. I apologize.
I don't get why sometimes the supposedly straightest dudes talk about the gayest stuff.
Walk up to the next lady, say, I'm jealous of your heart. And she'll be like, oh, that's so cute. Why are you jealous of my heart? And then you say, because it's pounding inside you.
I
That
would
was a
probably.
shit pickup line.
I don't. I don't like to talk.
That Calvin, that's like some sort of
I
drunken
don't really
sorority
like.
pickup line, dude. That's so
I
I
was
lame.
don't
gonna
really
say
like.
like, are we
I don't.
20? But okay, go ahead, Lapis.
Yeah, that's for the alley cat.
I'm surprised
I don't like
Jacqueline's staying
talking
on
about
That's
mute.
this.
What's the
I
deal
don't
that's for
like
the
here?
talking
drunk
about this
alley
because
cats in the club at like 1:45
I'm
a.m.
listening intently.
This is the space we
Steven.
need
yeah,
in.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you
Guys, this is
for
the
the
space we need
intent.
in.
yeah.
Aren't
I found you guys the space.
different way at this point. It's
You know, it's
1:42.
funny. People think that I'm immature, but I prefer to date millennial and Gen X women sometimes, which I've done successfully.
Ooh, the Cougars.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've
Gen
actually
X is
done it.
starting to get up there.
I'm more personable in real life. I'm actually a
Rawr.
lot calmer. I'm just like I use this app to vent and stuff.
Well, you know what they say. Older women, they know what
Well,
they're
no,
And they
doing,
well,
have
right?
a
no.
better
Gen
RB
Z women
sandwich
are
too.
no offense, but Gen Z women, they just like at least from what I've seen, they're emotional and they're annoying. I can't deal with that. I'm sorry. I don't want women in their 20s. I'm sorry. I can't. I
Can't deal
can't
We
with
deal with
can't
that
do
is
that. I'm
anything
sorry.
with
crazy.
chicken
Sorry.
tenders.
Can't deal with that
I'm
is
sorry.
crazy.
I just they're annoying.
Lapis likes the older ladies. He wants a cougar.
Can't
Lapis,
deal with
let me
that.
tell you a
Extra
secret,
sauce.
sweetheart. All women are emotional.
Especially since we also
Women
have
in
all
their
the money.
30s are far more solemn and they're far more
What
respectful
about
and they're
40s,
far
Not
more
50s, and
like they're
Leanne
just
60s?
saying
better.
she's a sugar mama.
They're
Oh
Like,
just
God,
I
that's
think
not
better.
what I
wait,
meant.
They're
Kit Kat,
better.
Not Leanne saying she's a
wait,
sugar
Kit Kat,
I said
LT,
no such
Oh
Leanne,
my
thing.
god.
Jules, wait, Kit Kat, me, Leanne, Jules, maybe the youngest, Charlie Sue up here on stage, Jacqueline. We are all Gen X.
I've probably dated
100%.
women your age or older. Probably.
I don't know what.
But I'm a baby Gen X, okay? I'm an old millennial. Like,
Hey, hey,
Whenever
barely
Lapis,
made
this
the
is
Okay,
where
cut.
the
guys, let Chef Charlie Sue speak.
He keeps saying chef. Stephen, I would like to post the question for you as a host to ask the room.
Guys, have you seen her cooking? Like, it's
Thank you.
Yeah,
insane.
you need to be on
Go
the
ahead.
Food Network, Charlie Sue. I'm not
I'll
joking.
try. So the
No, you
question
really
for
do.
the room this evening is if you could be invisible for a day, what would you do? And I'd like Lapis to answer the question first.
Ooh, nice
How can
spicy
you get the good
question.
question,
Okay, go
Lapis?
ahead, laughing.
I would
Beautiful,
just sit in
beautiful
Margot
question.
Robbie's
Believe me.
closet the whole day.
Wait, can
Lapis, if
someone
you could
repeat the
be
question? I
invisible
could
for
not.
a day, like just go ahead and
Which closet?
reveal to us. If you could be invisible for a day, what would you do?
I would spend a time in a national park and just relax, not being annoyed by anyone. Like I just because like people are annoying me, so I would just
But you would
But
still
you're
see
Like,
them.
invisible.
would you do that in like
Yeah,
North
what?
Korea or like where
no, I
internationally?
wouldn't do all that. Like I just
The
I
correct
can't.
answer would be water Steven, and he won't know it's you because he can't see you.
No.
I would like go to Steven's
Oh,
house.
Kit
Being a
Kat,
sports
I
how
would
fan,
go
I'd
to
have
sweet.
to check
Steven's
out the Miami
house
Dolphins
and be
cheerleaders.
like,
Yeah.
Kit Kat's so sweet
Dude.
to me. Go ahead. What was that?
Yeah. Being a sports
I
fan,
can't
you
see
know.
the speakers, Steven. So if you could ask
Yeah.
the room, I can't see the speakers.
Okay, so Charlie Sue asked a beautiful question. If you could be invisible for 24 hours, what would you do? And we'll go in order. So I guess I'll start, and then the co-host will be next. Invisible for 24 hours. Assuming that it's like what you're completely head to toe. Um, I I don't know. I mean, Kelvin's answer is not bad, but I mean, you'd still set off an alarm. I get
Can you spend
what I'm
money?
saying
Can you
is, I
spend
think
money? Can you spend money invisible?
You can do whatever
I
you want because you can take as much money as you want from anywhere because they can't see you.
That's Ooh, that's a good one.
Yep.
Oh
That's a
well.
good one.
Wait. Are you saying that you wait? Are you saying you're actually like translucent, like you can walk through
Yeah, I
walls?
thought about that. Yeah, you can walk through walls. It's not going to be like the
Oh
Dude,
wow.
invisible. What
Fort
was that
Knox would
recent?
be a fun
Well, then
visit.
I would
Fort
probably.
Knox.
Then I would probably. Yeah, I would. I would probably.
Area
Um,
51 in Fort Knox.
I would say I would go to a highly classified area. I would take advantage of that. I would. That's as a dude. That's
Oh,
probably what I would feel compelled to do.
I want to see some cool planes too.
Unless, yeah. And then if there's extra time, you can do the spicy stuff. But if you truly
Yeah.
could like be invisible and effervescent, then I would go to like some top
Did
secret
Steven
place.
say he
All
would
right,
like to
Florida.
follow Kamala
Yeah.
Harris around all day?
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Wrong.
I could do a couple things. I mean, if I can do what I want, I'd have to go like to a place where they had like precious gems and stuff like that, and go through the wall and grab them. Of course, being a guy, you know, simply for research, of course, go someplace like the locker room for the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders or something like that. Changing in and out outfits and in the shower. That'd be a given or something equivalent. So I'd be rich, get my thrills at the same time.
Also, quick thing, this is not an ad, but guys, if you ever make a purchase on the App Store incorrectly and you need a refund, first off, Google Play and Android is the best for refunds. They much easier to get a refund on application. But on Apple, typically I have the best luck if it's something where it's like I had a subscription renew that I didn't mean to do, and I caught it right away. So if you're fast, do it with Apple. But like Apple will reject refunds, so be careful with anything from Apple.
Prank people too.
I go to North.
Is that all you would do for
Yeah,
24 hours? Is
I
prank
have so
people?
much fun because there's so many people to do it to.
Very true. All right, Jules.
Wait,
All right. Here's what I would do. One, I have a whole list. Rob a few banks, get at least enough money to sustain the rest of my life. So I just go into big armored trucks as they pass over my block. And then I get the security codes to go
I like her.
into a
She sounds awesome. Can
driveway.
I hire her?
Then I would break the knees of every player or every football team player that is at all a challenge to the Bills because I want them to make it to the Super Bowl.
Damn, I want to hire her as
Because
like a
My
definitely not
God.
fixer.
Patrick Mahomes.
She's like a
She
mafia.
says Tanya
Yeah,
Harding. Shame.
Love it.
okay.
Yeah, call her Tanya Softing.
Yeah, right.
And then I would go to the local airport, buy myself a whole bunch of tickets and vouchers so I could travel wherever I would want to go. And then I would probably figure out whether Joe Biden was dead. Um, that's more of a funny one.
I got the joke.
And
Sometimes people don't get
yeah,
jokes, so
I guess
it's sad.
I would steal a whole bunch of like furniture from West Elm so that I could redecorate.
I don't even know what that store is, but
It's a
very good.
furniture
I
it's a
I
furniture
go to
shop,
West
but
Elm
it's
a
like
lot.
high end.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah, it's
really
like
You
high
up there
end.
with
basically
Ethan
live at
Allen.
West Elm?
Yeah.
yeah. The Alvin
Oh,
Elm.
Ethan
I
Allen?
would
Okay.
break into
Ethan
every
Allen.
I would break into every high end clothing store, get as much clothing that's over like 2,000 to $4,000 worth. Um I
You guys,
would
can you not tell that she's just like a really innocent, good person? She's like, I would steal dresses that are in the $2,000 to $4,000 range. Uh, I
I
would go
just
to the furniture store.
yeah, well, yeah, I would get the things that I want and can of cheap. Then I go into
There's
Kim
that.
Kardashian's house and I would steal all of her priceless objects.
Okay. Well, I think
I would get
24 hours. I think that you use 24 hours, Jules.
I don't think so. I think I could do it very fast.
You need to watch that Celebrity Rings, the Thief Ring show. I can't remember the name. Someone probably knows it, but where they actually did that
Well, right
in
now I'm watching
Hollywood.
The Americans, but yeah. Oh, and I would get that dress, the Marilyn Monroe dress, back, and it would be
Ah,
my forever.
famous trip. All right, John Chua.
What? What's the question?
If you were invisible for a day, what would you do?
Boo! He just slipped off the stage.
Who?
What?
John?
Imagine not listening.
John. I know. Couldn't be me. LT.
No, I would just walk through every vault in every bank I could find, get all the money, and then if I had any time left, go fuck with people that can go fuck themselves. Thank you.
Am I the only one that's hitting a locker room? Damn.
Is that John?
No, just wait. Just wait till you get to Kelvin's.
Oh
All right,
God.
Kelvin is
John Chua. Do you know the question now, my friend?
I just was listening to like people talking about dresses, and they would only take this many dresses. And sorry, maybe I just missed it. Got lost in translation.
Well, Jules was taking dresses, and Florida was talking about taking dresses off. So two different conversations here.
Okay.
What? So what would you do if you were invisible?
Oh, what would I do if I was invisible? Okay, now I'm like, cause I was like thrown off. Goodness, if I was invisible. I don't. Gosh, I don't know.
24 hours, you could do anything you wanted.
Goodness.
By the way, I can't help it if I like material things. Okay.
Gosh,
I don't want to hurt people.
Invisible. I would like go and spy on like people, go into like rooms and like listen to conversations
Peter Tom?
and like like
Oh
important
my God.
conversations and as many as I can get into, even of the most important people, and just be a fly on that wall and just listen.
I mean, that's probably what I would do. I'd be more interested in like listening in on like top secret conversations to figure out what happened to JFK than like doing peeping Tom shit. I want to figure out what happened to JFK. I don't really care about seeing someone naked. Ever.
Yep, I'm in awe of him. Like just in the wrestling world because of my son. He's 9, but I'm like watching him. I'm like, this man's like a living god. Like, but I'm just in awe of him. So yeah, I would follow him for 20. That would be my thing.
Bada bing, bada boom. Jack.
Was my name said?
What?
What's the question?
Is Jack's phone about to die?
Hey, Jack.
Jack, hello.
What's the
We can
question?
hear him. If you could be invisible for a day, Jack, and you could be like translucent, you can go through anything, and no one, like the moment you touch something, it would be invisible as well. What would you do for a day?
I mean, so everything that I touch is going to become invisible eventually?
Well, it'll be invisible, it'll be attached to you by way of your invisibility.
I mean, I'm young and I kind of want money, so I'd probably try and find a way to commit theft and then convert that theft into dollaroos and then not be have to worry about money ever again. But other than that, I like John. I think John was talking about helping people and stuff. I think that's a pretty good answer too. But I mean, it's just like if you're invisible, then like, I mean, I guess like steal from Fort Knox, but like again, like what's at a certain point, it's like if everything's going invisible, people are going to notice. You know what I mean?
What about like going to like Kamala's campaign main headquarters room and listening to what they're going to be doing next?
I mean, that's an option, but like I'm not a political I'm a politico, not a political so
Jack, you need to do what Lapis did. You need to go and get a drink or something. Anything to just kind of loosen up a little bit. I love you. You're a very smart guy, but this is just a late night spicy space.
Is it my turn yet?
Let that hair down. You'll be
Go,
okay.
go,
Leanne
go.
and then Kelvin.
Yeah.
Mine is simple, and y'all are boring. I would go to. I couldn't decide, so I
I'm
would go
trying to
to
tell
my
people
favorite.
to get with it.
I would go to my favorite condo in Destin, Florida, and I would go skinny dipping for 24 hours. When it got dark, I would go in the pool. You wouldn't be able to get me out of the water for nothing. Those were the times of my life. That's what I would do.
See, that's awesome. Like I have yet to hear like any of the guys be like, I would like just stick my dick in places. I haven't heard that.
That's called rape.
Ooh, Charlie
Well,
Sue.
no, like,
Yeah, Charlie
Spicy.
too.
well,
Charlie
Well,
Sue.
well, if I'm
don't
with them
like that.
cheerleaders in
That's
the
the only
locker room,
reason
I
why
I
I
don't
didn't
think
say
like a
that.
dude.
Thank God they didn't
you know,
say
if I
that.
got
Well,
the cheerleaders
and
in the
also to
locker room, well,
say, I don't
I'm
need to
just
be
saying.
invisible to get people to get undressed. I
There
don't
is
need to be
nothing
invisible to
more
get people
freer.
undressed. Anyone would undress in front of me. I'm
There
hot.
is nothing more freer than skinny dipping.
1000%, Leanne. You're right.
when did you say you were coming by?
Me?
I'll be
Your stepmother
invisible.
had this skinny dip, and I was teasing her. She's my friend. I said,
He's gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Leanne, if you're a Democrat, you can get away with that. If you're a Democrat,
"You're invited to
you can get
LT."
away with it
Yeah, but
now.
they would do it just for the thrill of letting everybody see them. I would do it just for me, just to be free like that. I mean, it's just an unbelievable feeling.
Oh, you'll be free, all right.
All right, Kelvin's up. Brace
All right,
yourselves.
mine is very, 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 very simple. Are y'all ready? I would go to Russia, France, China, uh, the UK, Pakistan, India, Israel,
In
You have
North
24
24
Korea.
hours.
hours?
Yeah, all in 24 hours. I got a teleportation device in this scenario. So I go to all those countries, secure the nuclear codes, set a timer for 20 minutes, and then teleport to the International Space Center and watch everything happen, baby.
Wait, that
What
means you would
the
be
fudge sickles? No,
obliterated.
did he just say he'd start World War III?
He's saying he'd eliminate us and go off on his own.
No, no, no,
No,
no.
we just need to
It
put
wouldn't
him
be World
some,
War
send
Three.
him to
It'd
the
just
moon.
be
Wait, Kelvin, would you be in your flamingo romper?
um no speedo.
No, I really want to know if he'd just like watch the world die.
And then
Is that what this man just said?
I don't know.
That's what I
You know,
heard.
Kevin likes to get paid, right?
What, Jack? Your mic cut out. What was
Kelvin,
that?
Kelvin's notorious for being a pro pegger.
Whoa, that's wild.
Wow.
That's wild.
All right, Jack. Okay, welcome to the party. All right, Charlie Sue.
Oh, I wanted to piggyback off of Juliana. I love glamorous things. I would go to the Chanel purse. I would get all my Estee Lauder and Aveda makeup. I would go to Hollywood and Beverly Hills and just I would shop. And then I would just go check out some real estate. They just wouldn't know I was there, and I would like invade their kitchens and like prepare dishes of food, and they just wouldn't know where it came from.
They're gonna
I know
come.
that's silly.
Outstanding. Robbie V. Wow, Jacqueline's our finale. She's really cooking up something, I'm sure. Robbie V, what would you
All
She's
do?
right.
gonna finish.
All right.
Let her finish.
So, first of all, you're all fucking idiots because if you steal money from a bank, they have notes that are traced and they would find you. If you steal something from someone's house, they will find you. So what I'm going to
Yeah,
do
but you're
is,
invisible, Rob.
hey, I'm talking, shut the
They're
fuck
not
up.
gonna find me
You
in the
shut the
Hey,
fuck
International
up,
Space
hey,
Rob.
Station.
shut the fuck.
Damn.
Get out of the kitchen and let them cook. Go ahead,
Thank you,
bro.
Steven. So anyway, I would not steal any of these items. What I would do is, from a monetary standpoint, to put myself in a good position for the future, is I would go to the Winklevoss's house and I would figure out how to get into their Bitcoin wallet, and I would transfer all of their shit over to my Bitcoin wallet. And so that's completely untraceable, and all of that goes to
Good
me.
answer.
Okay, so that'd be the first thing that I would do. And then the next thing I would do is since we're adding teleportation into all of this, I would visit several various countries that are communist shitholes, and I would see to it that their top leadership were in very precarious places to where they would potentially be visiting St. Peter, and that's as nice as I know how to say that. Um, and then
With the elevator going
yeah,
down.
yeah, and then lastly, uh, as far as like fucking with people, I would drink shit the rest of the time that I have. The rest of the time, I would drink lots and lots of water, and I would follow Kamala Harris around, and at her public events, I would just randomly piss on her at the most inopportune times.
What if you
Thank you.
were the wettest
That's
kisses from the
priceless.
standpoint of water?
That was the absolute best answer of any of them, Rob. That was
Wait,
Well, I didn't. You
Hey,
keep
you
in
still got
mind,
Jack.
teleportation
wait,
wasn't
LT, were
introduced till the
you?
end, and Jacqueline's up next. Jacqueline, I know you have it in you. Let
That's
the
what she
wild
said.
out. Go
That's what he
ahead.
said.
I would hunt down Rip Wheeler and fuck his brains out for
Oh
another 24
God.
hours.
Yes. Oh my God. Beth Dutton. Oh,
They're
I mean
they're gonna
Jacqueline.
come.
Oh. Okay, but I get to have him after you. All right, Jacqueline.
I'm just imagining
What
we're
in
all
the
invisible
world?
fucking the same
God,
guy.
After?
Rip Wheeler
You
is
can
the
have my
hottest
sloppy
The
man
seconds.
on
sloppy
television.
seconds.
That is
God,
insane.
he's so fucking hot. Whatever his fucking real name is. Oh my
Was
God.
who's this dude?
Do you watch Yellowstone, Calvin?
Not really, but I know a guy who was in it.
All right, Rip Wheeler and Beth Dutton are a thing, and we have our own Beth Dutton. Her name is Jacqueline, and oh, Rip Wheeler. Oh, good God.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, I watch it. I get it. I resonate with that.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I could.
Wow,
I'm
spicy.
not doing anybody's sloppy seconds, but I don't mind thinking about it.
Look, do you watch Yellowstone, Leanne?
Oh my God, yes, and he is fine.
Oh my
And I
God.
might be watching because I still might be invisible.
There's gonna be a lot of upside down pineapples or whatever. Okay, so
I'm sorry, I can't get past the sloppy seconds.
Those are all LTs.
So for 24 hours straight, Jacqueline is a wild mama. Okay. That is some stamina.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Well, that was a fun question, Charlie Sue. Well done.
I've got several of them I'll present on the weekends.
Excellent
Groovy.
job.
all right, one more. Come on, Charlie Sue. One more.
Wait, can I say something? Sorry to be hyper confident, but I don't feel like I need to be invisible to get a person to take their pants off. I know what I look like. I'm sorry.
No, Charlie Sue.
Damn,
I
is
have
she
one
saying
more
And
she's
there
hot?
question.
went the
Was
fun.
that wrong?
No, I
Yes,
mean,
Um,
Beth.
honestly, it's a
well,
Saturday
okay,
night
Not
or
this
it's a
will
over
Sunday
only
just
morning.
yet.
apply.
You should be a little spicy, right?
This will only
X
apply to
after
the
Mm.
people
dark.
it applies to.
Not some test for that.
I'm Charlie.
Yeah.
What a
Charlie.
bite.
Charlie Sue. I appreciate the insult, but I'm overly confident as well.
No, that wasn't Charlie Sue. That was Jules.
No, I'm saying that I don't need. It's not an insult. It's like I don't need to. I don't need to be invisible at a certain point because people will take their clothes off or come on, we
They
all
would
know that
allow it.
men, yeah, men will probably
Oh.
see the first.
Where's she going
Well,
with
I'm
this?
sorry if that's wrong to
No, it's
say.
not.
Oh God!
You go,
It's
Jacqueline.
true.
All the insults in the
It's
space
No,
room.
it's
that's
just
not
like
Jacqueline.
we're
That's
all
Jules.
attractive women.
No, I'm
Get
telling
off
We're
my
all
Jacqueline.
DMs.
attractive
Maybe
women.
Oh
she
yeah.
likes the
No, we're all
idea of
attractive
invisible
women.
sex We don't, she's a beautiful woman. Maybe she just wants to be invisible and have that invisible stuff going on. You don't know what her fantasy is.
Would it still
I
be
wasn't saying
considered
anything
The
sloppy
about their
seconds if
blindfold,
she's
the
fantasy.
invisible?
blindfold is getting old. Okay.
Uh,
Jacqueline.
I think you guys are having some sort of serious miscommunication situation going on.
Oh yeah, no,
Wait,
I'm
I want
just saying
Charlie
that
Sue
like
to give us
I
one more
wouldn't need to
question,
be.
please.
Jacqueline's
I just
tired
don't.
of
I don't
pegging
think I need
liberals.
to be.
Hang on. So just to be clear
Okay.
though, this Rip Wheeler you're talking about, I just posted a picture of the same actor from when he was in Goodwill Hunting, and he's like in the front next to Matt Damon. This is the motherfucker y'all are talking about?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's
No,
the
that's
same
not.
actor.
It is him. He's just like he looks young and dumb. It is him. He got darker in Yellowstone and more mature. Oh my God.
Darker.
Wait, what part of Goodwill Hunting?
Yeah, he's one of the
He's
fucking poor
yeah,
ass kids in Boston.
Well,
he's
and
one of
they
the
made him look really
the
pitiful.
Wait,
fight.
just to
He had
clarify,
to
I was
lose a
making
bunch
a
of
joke.
weight
He's
to
one of the
make that
friends?
movie,
Yeah,
but
he's
who's
one of the
talking?
friends
also
who got
he was in
Jack, your microphone is glitching
then
out, bro.
he was also in uh Live Eat Pray with he was the
Julia
army
Roberts?
Julia.
guy.
Yeah, Julia.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
Eat, Pray, Love?
Oh, it's Rip.
But this movie they made him look horrible. It was reminds me
Wait,
of what
just to
they did
clarify,
to
I was
Matthew
making a joke.
McConaughey in that one movie where he was playing the hustler who had AIDS. What was the name of that movie that he won the Academy? Uh,
Lost
that's
Are
a
you
Boyfriend.
talking
Hollywood
about
movie.
Dallas
Yes,
shit with
yes,
Matthew McConaughey? Is that what you
yeah.
said? Yeah. All right, so hold on. Let me post in the nest what us ladies are talking about. That is the Rip Wheeler from Yellowstone. There, I put it up there. God, if every man, oh,
LT,
beard,
I wish our
oh,
Christian friends would have heard that.
oh.
He's
Like, look at the
acting.
beard. Look at that.
He's acting. He's
I
from
don't give a
fucking
shit. We
Santa
said
Barbara.
Rip Wheeler. We said Rip Wheeler. I don't care what he's doing. He's fucking hot. Okay, thank you.
LT wants him to rip her.
Oh God, Kellen.
Where did you post him in the pill?
In the pill and the nest. I just put it
Oh
It
in
just
there.
yeah.
refreshed.
That
Girl,
was a
he's
pill
up
I'm
in
whistle,
the
not a
thirsty.
sound effects
nest.
whistle.
Oh my God,
I'm gonna crawl up there
Jesus.
with them.
Oh yes.
Question earlier. Yes, you are the alley cats.
Next.
Because he's
Guys,
just got this
when
jaw.
women say, which they're all liberal women, when they're like, oh, toxic masculinity. No, we love toxic masculinity. Like
He looks like he has
You
a
that's
do?
slow
Toxic?
tan.
Well, not
Yeah, I
me.
know.
But
toxic
Toxic
I don't know
Here's
what
the
toxic
here's, yeah, but here's the thing, though, is that
I like
we had a
masculinity.
toxic masculinity space about a week or two ago, and it was basically like a man cave where a sign on the door said poker night, and women insisted on continually going in there, which I was fine with going in, but then they kept centering themselves and then getting offended when the guys would be like, "Scram, we're trying to just
Oh my
enjoy
god.
ourselves."
You could do
That
a Discord
that
call.
is the thing
Dude.
where it's like, okay, if you love it, you got to respect it. That's my humble advice.
I don't
Fleeing ass.
I'm
Can
Yeah,
I
but we're
attracted
women
respond
and
to that?
we want the
Can I say
attention.
something?
So
Steven.
Okay.
what I'm
Can I say
attracted to
that?
in Rip is I look at him as an actually healthy, a model of a healthy masculine, not a toxic. Like that's what I'm attracted to is healthy, that
Um,
he shows healthy masculinity.
I
That's
don't know
my
about
attraction as a
that.
character.
Okay, healthy masculinity in some ways, but like Rip is hot headed, puts everyone in danger. I don't know. I mean, I think Kevin Costner, the patriarch of the family, he's not perfect, but that's probably healthier masculinity. I don't know.
Breaks in the front door
I
like
disagree.
that's hot. That's sexy. Ugh.
No, I don't understand why that's toxic.
It's not.
Why is it that a man just wanting to be a man is
Yeah,
toxic.
It's
I mean,
not
I
the
do
man wanting
recognize
to be
it's
a man.
toxic.
It's not him being the cowboy. It's him being part of a cartel. Like it's a gang, guys. Like Yellowstone is a gang. Like, that's the thing. Sometimes people don't realize it's like, Tony Soprano. Tony Soprano can be a badass, right? Like, I can be a Tony Soprano and Rip from Yellowstone as badasses. Cast characters, they are badasses. Now, do I think Tony Soprano? Like, does Tony Soprano have some elements of positive masculinity? Yes, he definitely does. But would I want to date Tony Soprano, or would I recommend anyone date Tony Soprano? You probably don't want to date someone in the mafia. And Rip is, if you're part of the Yellowstone Ranch, you are in a gang. That is a gang. That's a white gang. We're not like a white nationalist gang, but like it's a gang.
Whole new meaning to head to toe, head to toe.
And I want to
Can you
rewatch
imagine
Yellowstone.
that, guys, giving a woman an orgasm and she doesn't know where it's coming from, and her husband or boyfriend's like right there, and
Oh,
they're like, "What the
damn,
hell?"
I unmute and we go back into that.
That sounds like
So
X
how
After
is
Dark,
that
guys.
toxic? I'm confused.
Who's had the rape charges? Who keeps saying that?
I have had
What?
no charges. I just know the legal definition of rape and
So,
assault.
so
We're
that was
having
the
fun
next
here.
question. LT, that was the next question. Have you ever been arrested? And if so, with what?
Never, not once.
Are you going to me first,
I,
Charlie Sue? Oh
Well, that
I
was
will tell you,
another question.
I will tell you, there are 1 to 2 women on this stage, other than Charlie Sue, that I imagine are pretty wild. But every time Charlie
What?
Sue just continues to prove that she is just like in a league of her own on how wild she is. So there you
I think
go.
this guy
Well
is
done.
flirting.
Who do you think are the other two?
He's flirting, right?
I will not say.
He is flirting. He's flirting. I guarantee his DMs on them in the back channels. They are trying to do so. Hey, can I send you some pics on this Sunday morning?
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you do TikTok cooking videos? That is totally my
Yeah,
thing. Okay, I'm
it's
gonna go follow you
cooking with
right the fuck
Charlie
now.
Sue.
I told
It's
you.
cooking with Charlie Sue.
I told you. He's
Is
sliding
anyone
into
gonna
the
answer the question
DMs.
though?
He's trying
I'm
to take it
curious
off,
if
Axe.
any
I
are
I
told
am.
you.
Has anyone been arrested?
Look, I know some people. I'm a little bit weird. I'm probably like, probably on the spectrum, by the way. But like, I do not read people sometimes. And I knew that dude. That dude was slowly flirting with her. And he wasn't doing it in like, oh, I'm gay or whatever. And like, I'm going to try and like, hang out with her. Like, I just want to be friends. It was like, he wanted to, he wants that square. He wants to get some dirty foot.
We have 2 requests, and like sharks in the water, they're circling the stage, just waiting for that entry. Dun 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 dun. That's what you should be hearing in your head as Y and John just continue to circle the water.
What? It's,
The problem is the stage is full. So what I'm saying is I'm putting everyone on notice that if at any given
yeah, this is something stupid about spaces. Like people care too much about being on stages for the optics. It's like the optics of it, guys. Is like I have all you guys on an image. You're on my stage, not the other way around. Like that's how I think about it. So for the most part, like if you want control over what you're saying, do a live stream or host your own stage. Like otherwise, like yeah, you shouldn't do that too much if someone drops you or doesn't add you or there's a technical hurdle. Like, Jesus Christ, it's an online radio show essentially.
it's me,
It's like an
Kelvin,
echo.
speak to me, Kelvin. How am I
An
doing?
online radio show that I want to
I
make
Go
into a
think
for it.
it's
mature
you,
market
Steven.
worth a lot of
I
money.
think it's you.
Oh, now he's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds perfectly fine.
speak now.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Speak Now is a great
What the
album by Taylor
world,
Swift.
dude? Are you pranking me?
I mean,
Are
there's a
you
lot of things.
literally? Are you pranking? Are you like gaslighting
There's a
me?
whole lot I could do if I really wanted to.
Like you just talk in these horrible
Ooh,
microphones, and I
overmodulate
point
it.
it out, and then you talk normal, and you're like, "What? Whatever do you mean?
Whatever do you
Overmodulate
mean,
it.
Steven?
What could you possibly be referring
There's
to?"
nothing wrong, Steven. It's in your head. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
Hopefully, like
maybe it's just the gate gets weird because like I've turned down my mic over time, so maybe just the gate is like blocking it sometimes. Like I'm not speaking loud enough. Could be.
I think you're using voice transformer.
I mean, I'm not using a voice transformer. I slightly isolate my voice so that like there's not as much echo in it, but that's about it. I can turn it into a transformer, like I said, and I can focus on the highs if I really wanted to, but it's not actually changing that much. I'm hearing what you're hearing. It's not actually like that insanely different. It's just more bright and it focuses on the echo a little bit more. But then if I bring it over here, it just removes that echo and like tightens it.
Yeah, we like this one.
Well, that
we like it tight.
whatever you were earlier, dude, it was just brutal. I couldn't make out a word you were
We
saying.
like it tight, Jack.
Like, yeah, I mean, who doesn't like it tight, Kelvin? Come on. Your
Um,
wife certainly likes it tight. Your wife loves it tight.
Jack, do
Wait.
you ever hold spaces?
The only time I've really hosted spaces are when spaces get full and really loud at each other and they're just screaming and there's nothing actually getting done, and then I'll host a coup space for people who want to leave. But other than that, not really. I've done it like twice,
Okay.
maybe.
No, I saw your profile and I wanted to see if you did spaces on your topic on your as far as on your page.
What's
So
up?
LT, you were explaining.
Yeah, he usually hangs out in the political
Yeah,
rooms.
hang on.
Go ahead.
Got my start in Israel space.
So I was gonna say LT, like you said, you were arrested. I just wanted to hear the story.
So it's a big one. No, I'm just kidding. So in 2011, when my son was 3, um, his stepmom, the first time I saw, I saw her holding him, and it like I saw red. So anyway, after church, I followed. I followed them to the restaurant, this like local restaurant, and I went in there.
Oh my
And I
God.
went in there and I pulled her hair. And I got arrested and I got this simple assault charge and then it was dismissed. That was my arrest. So, thank you.
And that's ridiculous when you see all these fights now on Reels and TikToks and all these like fast food places. Like, that's nothing compared to what they're doing now. Bless your heart.
I mean, if I go to a Popeyes, I hope they're fighting.
That's some tea.
Well, yeah. So, that's the only time I've been arrested. I mean, she was holding my little boy and I was like, bitch. So, I was like, I went in there and I saw that long brown hair and I was like, rah. And that was it.
Wait, did she fight back or anything?
No, the owner of the the owner of the restaurant called the cops and they came and arrested me, and my grandpa came and bailed me out of jail for $150. So, yeah, that's my crime. Which I have had speeding tickets too, which whatever.
Mm-hmm. Where did
Yep,
they hold you after you got arrested? Where did they put you? Like when you
they
to the
put me. They
municipal
put
court?
me. They put me in this room with a table like you would interrogate people.
Rob, wake up.
So
LT, was this recent or a while back?
no, this was 2011. So what? 13? No, yeah, pretty much almost 13 years ago. Yep, that's it. I'm a criminal. So, anyway, that's my biggest crime. And it's embarrassing, but there we go. Somebody else has to say they were arrested. Come on, please.
Yeah.
Please. Come on.
I
Any
was.
All right, go.
Okay. Decided to get drunk one night and get in a fight with my boyfriend at the time. And he had plastic on his car window, and I thought he was hiding in there, and he was. So I ripped it
So anyone's curious, I'm playing some Horizon
and
Zero
after
Dawn
I
as
got brought
well.
up, apparently that was called malicious mischief
Playing
or
some
something like
robot
that.
dinosaurs.
So yeah, that's what I was arrested for.
God, we got some.
I've never been arrested yet, but since I've been in politics, it wouldn't shock me if I did one day. For like, if I stay in politics, I think nothing I've done previously would be illegal. But like, I mean, if you still want to stay in politics, on 30th star.
Now she's Mrs. Mayhem.
They were expunged. It cost money, but
Yeah, I got unlucky because Monday was holiday, so I actually had to stay in jail all day until Tuesday early afternoon, but the charges ended up being dismissed, so
Are you boys just casually ignoring what Mike shared at the top of this
I was gonna
bombshell
say something about that.
cheerleader?
Like Florida Mike. Woo! I didn't know that was
Click on
in
the
You
you,
picture.
buddy.
you dirty boy, Florida Mike.
I said I was going to go into that locker room. What do you think I was going? What do you think I was going to do in there? Take notes on the outfits they were wearing.
Guys, I
I
gotta
got all
bow
good
out.
on Nathan's space. This ain't Nathan's space.
I just want to say good night, everyone, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna bow out.
Yeah.
Good night. Good
Ta-ta.
night. Yeah. Bye.
I've never even got a speeding ticket. I've never even been pulled over.
That's probably because you're probably
seriously?
wearing your flamingo romper, and they're like,
I
"Who's
mean,
that
probably.
creep
I
driving
don't
the
know.
car?"
I don't
Let's
wear
see.
a bra.
Not a romper. It's two pieces.
Charlie's
Oh,
too.
that's
I
why you don't
love
get
it.
tickets?
God, I love her.
That's why she doesn't get tickets.
Yeah.
I didn't. I've gotten pulled over 3 times in the last 20 years, and I always got myself out a ticket. I know guys hate that, but we just know how to do it.
We kind of do.
Did,
I don't hate
did you
it.
cry?
Congratulations.
Did you cry?
Yes. Well, you do crocodile tears.
Charlie,
Okay.
I'm calling bullshit.
If she's basically saying she gets pulled over and then she gets pushed over and then there's no ticket.
I'm
I don't know.
literally
I was
looking at.
just.
I'm creeping on your profile since you said that, and I'm looking at this picture of you, and you got a nice, healthy set of cleavage here, but you do have a bra on.
Oh, I think that was gym clothes.
Oh my god.
Was that Rob? Rob, did you say that?
Rob, why are you being a
Rob was
dirty,
looking at
dirty
the
boy?
cooking videos.
Hey, if someone's gonna say that they don't wear a bra, I'm gonna call them on that.
Do you know the best feeling in the world is if you
Wow, that was the quietest Twitter has ever
Charlie
been.
Sue can probably back me up, Jacqueline, whoever. If you got like we
This is what the game sounds like if you're curious. It's Horizon Zero Dawn. I wonder how it comes through on the audio. I'm just curious. I'm doing a sound check. I'm just curious how it will sound. If it sounds like shit. Because I'm just playing off a TV. I'm just curious. If there's anything else because I have a little bit of free time. Let's see. Can you hear anything? It sounds like shit. Because I'm just playing off a TV. I'm just curious. If there's anything else because I have a little bit of free time. It sounds like shit. Because I'm just playing off a TV. I'm just curious. Okay, so I found out that that does not work super well. Yep, now we know. I don't know why I even tested it. I think I just tested it because I was curious. Okay, back to space.
because this restaurant was known for being a trap because there were a lot of sting operations in this area. And what would happen is the restaurant would tell the cops if they've overserved someone, and then they would come and arrest you. So my friend went into the bathroom and she started throwing up. And of course, I'm like, dude, we only had a bottle of wine each. Come on, get with the program, you know. But she went in there and started throwing up. And then we came out and we got to the parking garage and you know that I got in the car and the cop was waiting for me. So you know how you have to check out of a parking garage? There's a girl sitting there and she goes, "Were you at America's?" I went, "Oh no, I wasn't." and and the next thing I know, this little cop on a bicycle comes up and like, you know, opens the door of my car and grabs my keys out. And I'm like, really, dude? And this was like 2011 too. And Anyway, so I get arrested in the parking garage. I was never on the street. And I refused to blow in the thing. And so they took me downtown. And this is my advice I give to any woman that drinks and drives at all, is just carry a big purse because they have to go through it in the jail piece by piece. But anyway, um but so then they took me down to get my blood taken at the hospital after they checked me in. So I did that. Then I came back and I have never been in jail before. I mean, I don't
Because you'd be in jail.
I've never been in jail before. Well, and I guess a sure sign of that was as soon as I walked in,
I've never been in jail before. I don't judge people that have been in jail before. I think there's a lot of people that make mistakes in life and that have, if they have learned from the experience and they integrate themselves back into society, sometimes even people like that can be some of your best employees or whatever. You'd be surprised.
it was
Sorry, I didn't know I had that muted. My bad. I was listening. I'm like, yeah, I muted. My bad. My bad.
In trouble.
oh, we would get in so much trouble. And I can't do it. I cannot get arrested anymore. So, but
Yeah, but YOLO, right? You only live once.
no. I don't. Yeah, you only live once, but I don't want to live the rest of my life, homeless. So, no, I can't. I would lose my job immediately
I just dropped my phone on my face.
If
after the
uh if
after they
nobody
sprung me out of jail.
I got arrested
nobody
too.
okay, tell your story and then I got something I want to share with.
Go
Yeah,
ahead, you can go.
boys. Go boys.
Wait, can I? Oh, I thought I was.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh yeah, let her go. Let her
Let her
cook.
go.
Okay, so technically, I've never been. Wait, if I ever run for office, no one can use this against me.
I can totally use against you. Do not
Oh,
say
this is
stupid
gonna
stuff
be
on
good.
spaces.
So
Do not say stupid stuff on spaces.
arrested. In fact, I think the police just let me off because I looked so young and they were just trying to be nice to me. Um,
Oh, this is not a big thing.
it was Cinco de
But you're gonna say
Mayo,
you were a serial killer.
and
You're not.
I was out drinking with my friend, and then my friend wanted to go home, so I decided to go to the Barzan that was like lining this street um near the baseball stadium. And while I was there, I was talking to this guy who was my friend. He goes, "Oh, come join us on the other side." And so I started walking the street. They had already headed away, and this woman in a minivan, she sees me jaywalking, and she honks, and I just put my hand out and I said, "Wait 1 second, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And instead of stopping, she taps me with her car. So
Whoa.
I look her dead in the eye, and I grabbed the antenna off the side of her car, And while I'm making full eye contact, and I ripped it out and threw it across the street. Well, she was pretty pissed. I'm not saying I'm crazy, I just don't suffer fools. And this bitch did hit me with her car. Okay? So, she calls the police. They were saying I could be arrested for it. And I look at her and I say, how much to make this go away? And she said $200. So I went to the ATM, paid her off, but the police still drove me home. And when they did, I'm begging them not to. And my dad was waiting at the door in his boxers. And he told me I was disappointed. And I said, sounds about
This
right.
story is crazy,
And I went upstairs.
but also it's kind of sad. Like, why do you get into trauma bonding at the end?
Never been arrested though.
Or trauma dumping, excuse me.
Speedy ticket. I
Wait,
know.
that's the story?
It sounds crazy, but that bitch did hit me with her.
I mean, it's not that crazy and dark, but like, yeah, like, I think it's awful that happened, but like, it's not the craziest thing I've heard on the internet even today.
Same shit,
boys,
but hoes and tricks.
ladies and gentlemen, starting next Saturday, I'll be coming to you live from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, for a
From
week.
where to Mexico, Calvin?
He goes
Puerto Vallarta.
Mexico.
Where are you going, Kelvin? Did you finally find an all-inclusive whatever?
No, we're not doing all inclusive. We don't do that.
Okay, well, it's a lot cheaper and it's fun.
What?
Yeah,
You should have gone to Jamaica, like I told you.
we like to experience the culture, not just an all inclusive resort.
Can I
Where are
share
you? Like,
something? Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, where in Mexico?
Okay, to the people in the stage, don't dare unmute me, co-host. This is a flash poll. You know, one of my love languages. Just relax. Raise your hand. First off, only participate if you understand this term. Raise your hand if you think Kelvin sounds like he has cotton mouth. Only raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't tell what Jack's doing. So maybe 5.5. Oh, he's doing thumbs down. Okay. Now to the people who know
I
what
personally
cottonmouth
don't
is.
smoke.
Hang on. Hang on to the people that do know what it is. Now raise your hand if you don't think sounds like he has cottonmouth.
So I
So 5-2. All right, Kelvin.
so I personally don't
What
smoke
in
weed,
the world did you? I know
but
that's the crazy
but
thing, dude.
my
I
mouth
don't
is
know
really
what in the
dry right
world
now.
you're
I'm not
doing.
Sharing
thinking
is
about
caring.
it. So I don't know.
Kelvin, I don't know what it is that you do, but cottonmouth is very difficult sound to recreate. You can't just
This is
go
my
out one day
nighttime
and go,
voice. All
How
right,
much water
Steven.
do you drink during
I
the day?
This is
think
my
I'm gonna.
sleepy time voice. All
I
right.
mean, dude, Rob, are you hearing this? Like it literally, like you're on cloud nine, but I believe you when you say you're not. That's the craziest thing. But you literally sound like you just like we're just living on a bong for the last 2 hours
This is my
straight.
sleepy time voice, Steven.
It's a sleepy time for Steven.
Yeah.
Sleepy time.
Well,
This
whatever it is that you're
is
doing, man, it's astounding.
fucking
I
with
put
the
Charlie
ladies.
Sue's brilliant post up in the nest. Elon Musk needs to hire Charlie Sue. What do you think about her recommendations for
Oh,
spaces?
I didn't know where you were going with that.
I think it's pretty
I
good.
didn't know
She's like,
what
"Well,
post
everybody
you were
should be
talking about.
required to go on camera in spaces, get rid of the grifters and the liars, as she puts it. And I said, that's brilliant. Show your face. Thought it was brilliant. Elon Musk needs to put her
Wait, are
on
we
the
talking
team.
about Reese? Oh, oop, sorry, I'm muting.
No, this is just general. In general, I said Elon needs to
Yeah,
put Charlie
hey,
Sue on the team.
but I say this with the one thing though. Uh, Look, I really don't want to go down that road, LT. I don't know why you always bring it up. But the one thing about her is that at least she actually her identity's out there. When you have goofballs like Bonk and others that are just like one, like infinitely anon, and they just talk so viciously, especially to women. Like those people are cowards. Those people would never talk like that in person.
Or I beat
Those
the shit out of
people
them.
would get those those people would get stuffed in a locker. Those people would get knocked out
No, I
cold
agree with you,
if they
especially
caught.
Bonk. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
They
he's
have
an
Yeah.
absolute
they have no
disgrace. He's a
class. They have
psychopath.
no class.
No
Oh,
class.
hey, Steven.
Is he on Croaky Spaces? And when Croaky and Jay and them are hosting, is that where he's at? 'Cause I haven't heard or seen of him.
He does a space like
He's the little baby He's the little baby caveman
Hey,
profile photo.
Steven. Do you remember what? It,
I'd have to look. Yeah, I called out Croaky. I've been in Croaky Spaces and listened to him, but he just got to a point where I just had to call him out with his wife sending a DM to one of the other speakers.
what? What? What happened?
I was on a space with Croaky. He was hosting. It was earlier in the day, and then Jay hosted later. But long story short, he was talking to Free on there, and Free is more ultra conservative, and he was calling him out. And long story short, Croaky's wife took the time, and I called it frog tears. But I was like, it's kind of effed up when your wife has to DM another speaker because you're in the corner crying. So because the other speaker actually called him out. He's like, "Your wife direct messaged me," and I was like, "Damn!" I had to call that one out.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'm kind
pathetic.
of proud of
That's pathetic.
Free. Like this.
He's probably, I will tell you, he's probably one of the Anons. And so I just want you to know that is pathetic, dude. That is really, really
hey,
sad.
Steven.
Like you like to be tough and like push people around, but I can't, because look, any self-respecting man, you don't get into fights with women. You just don't do that. You just don't do that. So that was nothing more than a trap. And the fact that it was in message, it was a lose-lose situation. It's just absolutely pathetic. You really should be ashamed of yourself if you're listening.
I will
But
give.
John was. Uh-huh. Go ahead, LT.
No, I was just gonna say like free space he did. I guess it was last night or night before about the Florida abortion bill and stuff. Like I will give and he's always been so kind. I mean, as far as I've seen in any space that he hosts or co-hosts. Like he always gives the mic to people. He's always been kind to people. And I was really impressed with the space he had the other night, talking about the Florida bill with the abortion amendment. So I thought,
That was a great
yeah, it
space.
was. It was really good.
And I know it triggered the hell out of the Kamala conservatives
Oh,
too.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
know they were a
Yeah.
non-listening. I
Oh,
know
it
they
does.
were.
I'm sure they're pissed off as fuck. But you know what? It's ridiculous. I know we're not talking politics, but hey,
Hey,
you say you're a conservative, you're going to vote for Kamala. You're not.
hey,
You're not anything.
hey, y'all.
Hey, Ahsoka.
Hi.
Hi.
Something interesting since you brought up the baby caveman. The one.
I'm kind of confused because everyone's saying like he's sometimes nice, but then he's was a jerk and he was yelling at women.
Oh,
No,
and
we're
you
talking about two different
yeah, we're
people.
talking about two different
No,
people. But
No, I'm just curious because like I know that there are people like on these spaces that are just so cruel to women, and I just always wonder. Like I have a friend who
yeah, it's about B as in boy, O, N as in Nancy, K, bonk.
It's
Like
the
the
whole.
many times that he hit his head growing up, bonk.
and then
In some of the rooms.
And I don't have any fear talking about these cartoon characters, and nobody else should either.
and you know
These people are stone cold
Not only that,
cowards.
Bonk also went.
The way that they talk to women, it just makes me sick. They are wretched
Mm,
people.
They're
Wretched
just
but
Alright, I
not
Bonk,
gotta
worth
cure
yeah,
talking
some
about
Bonk also
honey.
anymore.
goes.
Good one.
Bonk also goes after men.
Yes, we're talking about
Like
bonk,
when
Rob.
when
We're
there
I
were
know,
talking
I
about
people
know.
that when there were people that stood up against the Trump assassination attempt, Bonk went after men that said it was wrong to make a mockery out of Trump's assassination attempt. He went after everybody who said that's wrong.
And then
Good night,
and
But
then,
I think
you
that
know something else about bongs.
Good
Yeah,
night,
he brought he
Calvin.
Who's
brought
going to
he
bed?
brought my
Good
son
night,
into
Calvin.
some big long fucking tweet he did about a month ago. And look, talk shit about me all you want to, but
What
if
was I
you
going to say after Juliana? She had brought up a point and
yeah,
I
I'm
wanted to say
sorry. I was just
something.
gonna say if you talk shit about my child, that's
Yeah,
totally
LT, you
different.
keep jumping in, girl.
Go ahead, Charlie Sue. I'm sorry.
You keep jumping on
well,
people.
well, I just wanted to finish my point because this is like the idea that these, they come in or they are even hosting the space and then they immediately start calling women like the C word, or like their deliberate purpose is to harass you, and they'll even respond to your tweets. And they
Yeah, so I think we're probably gonna call the stream here as it's been about 2 hours. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good stream overall. I call it a success for what it was, which was essentially me waking up late at night and wanting to do a quick stream. So we did that. Hope it went well. Hope people had a good time for whoever did join. Wonderful. I'm gonna end it now. Good night, everyone. We'll be back for Good Morning X Sunday service sometime tomorrow. We'll probably be doing a chat room, maybe watching more Empire, whatever. See you then.